Caroline Martin.
We are off. It's a Thursday show. That means it is the last one of the week, and it is our last one with the wonderful John Fox. But we are going to make this count. We're going to have an absolutely brilliant night, and do keep your messages flooding in. We want to hear from everyone that's listened to the show over the last few months that we've been on together. Well, it's been over a year. It seems to have been forever.
Caroline Martin.
Get in touch, 08000 321 333, and start your message with Caroline. Let's get going with a bang. The Jam.
People might say my life is in a rut. I'm quite happy with what I got. People might say that I should strive for more, but I'm so happy I can see the fine things happening here today. A show of strength with your boys brigade. I'm so happy and you're so kind. You want more money, of course I don't mind. My nuclear text was for atomic crimes, and the public gets what the public wants. But I want nothing society got. I'm going underground. What if the brass bands play a beat, start to pound, going underground? What if the boys all sing, or let the boys all shout for tomorrow? Some people might get some pleasure out to hate me. I've enough already on my plate. People might need some tension to relax me. I'm too busy dodging between the flags. You see, here's what you get. You made your bed, you better lie in it. You choose your leaders and place your trust, as the lies wash you down and their promises rust. You'll see killing machines with paper rockets and guns, and the public wants what the public gets. But I don't get what the society wants. I'm going underground. All of the brass bands play off beat, start to pound, going underground. So let the boys all sing, or let the boys all shout for tomorrow. La 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 la, la 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 la. We're talking till my head explodes. I turn on the news and my body blows. It's playing shit on my TV screen. But this boy shout, this boy scream, going underground. Going underground. Going underground. I'm going underground. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Sheep on my TV screen, but this boy shout, this boy scream, going underground. What if the brass bands play on beat, start to pound, going underground? What if the boys all sing, or let the boys all shout, going underground? What if the brass bands play on beat, go bow, 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 going underground? So let the boys all sing, or let the boys all shout for tomorrow.
Hey, it's The Jam and Going Underground, and it is the late show on the BBC. We are across the Midlands tonight, so welcome to the show. It's the last one of the week with me, and the last one ever with our wonderful, I was going to say producer, but you're far more than a producer. You're our friend. It's John Fox.
I feel really emotional.
Don't you start, all right, because you're going to start me off, and we've got to go 3 hours.
Can I just say I've never been a producer.
What do you mean?
I haven't got the skills to be a producer. I've just literally sat here, and I've been amazed by your talents. You've taught me a lot, not only about how to be a better presenter, but also how to be a better human being as well, because we've had some wonderful chats about being a father and being a husband. And we've had to, I think, if we could have bottled what we talked about off air, it would have, we'd have, you know, it's far more entertaining than what we do on air. It's funnier because it is, isn't it? Like what the things, and we could certainly never talk about it, as we well know, but it's just been, I just feel sad that I'm not going to be here with you ever again.
Well, you know what? You're not going to be here with me ever again. But, you know, forever is a long time. And at some point, you're going to be with me again. We've established that.
Yes, absolutely.
It's
yes.
just not
It's
here.
just doing this show. It's just... I'm just going off on one too early. I'm sorry. But I've said it at the beginning of the week, like, just because you and I are tucked away at night and we're joined by just one security guard who sits on reception, then leaves at 11 to go upstairs. And it's just you and I in this building broadcasting this show to the whole of the Midlands. It's just been magical.
It has been amazing. And And you know what? We can, I think, when we walk away from this, agree that we have achieved what we set out to do.
Yes.
We've got more listeners. We have fun. We've created that late night family. So all the things, do you remember all that time ago, we sat down with our little notepads, didn't we? We didn't know each other that well. And we said, right, we're going to have show meetings about what we want to achieve, which went off a tangent. I don't think we planned a great deal.
No.
And then, occasionally we'd send the odd message about what we needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just happened. And it's just been magical. This has been, hand on heart, the best show I have ever done anywhere with the best person. So you're going to go out in style tonight.
Bless you.
Right. We are going to play, because you've been planning this game, haven't you, for all week. And it was going to be the night of 100 callers. We've whittled it down.
Yeah, to a night of just over 50.
Yeah, and we may have to whittle it down some more because there's a few other things that
what's happening here?
Well, no, you're just going to have to wait and see, because I love you dearly as my friend, but, you've touched my life and you've touched my heart. We have had some amazing chats and I've learned so much from you as well. So all that you just said about me was very kind, but I'm throwing it back because we've learned a lot from each other. But I'm not the only life you've touched. It seems that you've had an impact on quite a few as you've been on your radio journey, and strangely, people wanted to share tonight some of these stories that I'm sure that you will elaborate on. So yes, I've turned all your screens off out there, so you can't see what's coming up. You don't know what's coming up, which is dangerous normally, in case I go off on a tangent and you need to tell me you aren't going to play a song next because you got the wrong one lined up. But I'm going to be professional and keep an eye on everything.
What are you doing?
You just sit there, relax. You can take the calls, but just enjoy the ride tonight, because radio should be an adventure, and it should be touching people and joining people together and coming together. That's what we do on The Late Show. So we're going to carry on doing that. Our lovely, wonderful listeners that have made this show what it is, you are more than welcome to call up, okay? We want to talk to you. We want to get as many calls on as we possibly can, because you are what's made it magic. And you've made his life so much easier, because without you calling, he'd have to do some serious work.
Well, some actual work.
So really, his success is down to all of you guys.
Absolutely, yeah.
And mine as well. So do call up. It's wonderful. We'll have you on, but there's some other people that I'm going to bring into the mix as well as the show drips through tonight. But the number...
Call The Late Show now. 0800 121 8181.
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
And remember, on WhatsApp, it's 08000 321 333. That's 08000 321 333. And start your message with Caroline. This is going to be a blast of the night. We're going to see him off in style.
Woke up this morning to somebody in a video talking about something I posted in a video. If it wasn't me, then would you even get offended? Or is it just because I'm black and heavy? Y'all don't hear me though. I've been the same since I've been dropping slow on Bissonnet. Call up anybody I know and they will tell you that fame is pretty new, but I've been used to people judging me. That's why I move the way I move and why I'm so in love with me. I'm used to feeling alone. So I thought that I'd let you know, in case nobody told you today, you're special. In case nobody made you believe you're special. Well, I will always love you the same. You're special. I'm so glad that you're still with us. Broken, but damn, you're still perfect. Special. Could you imagine a world where everybody's the same and you could cancel a girl cause she just wanted to change? How could you throw stones if you ain't been through a pain? That's why we feel so alone. That's why we feel so ashamed. I'm used to feeling alone. Oh, so I thought that I'd let you know. In case nobody told you today, you're special. In case nobody made you believe
Lizzo and Special. It's the Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands tonight. It's Foxy's last night. Can I just clarify here? I'm not going yet. Okay, so if you all decide not to be with me next week, please change your minds, because I'm going to need you next week more than ever, because I'll be without Foxy. But we do have the lovely Andy, and he is amazing and wonderful. So he's a great friend of mine also. So he will come in next week and he'll get his own sprinkle of magic on the show. I'm absolutely sure of that. So Andy is incoming. Foxy is outgoing, but Foxy is going on to different things outside of the wonderful world of radio, aren't you?
Yes, I am, yeah.
Now, we've got messages coming in. This one is from Mags. Mags says, two of the most amazing people ever. Thank you so very much, Foxy and Caroline. You've helped me more than you will ever know. God bless and be with you both. Love and hugs from Mags. And hi to Gary, who says, all the best, Caroline and the team. I've been listening to you for years now, but I've never phoned the show. Never got in touch with the show, but all the best to you all. Love from Gary. Simon from Hales Owen has called in to say that he's listening as well. Hello to the lovely Phyllis in Stourbridge. She's listening this evening too. Karen in Hales Owen says, I'm just checking in with Foxy and yourself. Hopefully beating Tim to a check-in. I know that he will miss his check-ins on a Thursday with Foxy after he finishes work. And Gina says, I will never forget you, Foxy. Nicking the Vickers wheelie bin. Let's go down memory lane. I'd forgotten about that.
As well, yeah.
And so very many more things. I'm sure all these things that are stuck in your mind about Foxy, because this is radio is this wonderful thing where people think you've got to come out with elaborate stuff. You've got to get the most amazing guests together. But often when you are walking around the village or when you're just sort of like getting on with your business, it's the weirdest stories that you've told in the past that people remember and they hang on to. And that is the magic of it. So if you've got any of those about Foxy, do feel free to share tonight. And as I said, a few other people are going to be doing just that as well. Keep your messages coming. I'll read them all out. 08000 321 333. Start your message with Caroline or call.
Call the Late Show now. 0800 121 8181.
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
Dave is in Rubery. Hello, Dave.
Good evening, Caroline.
Nice to talk to you, love.
Nice to talk to you too. So, I've just got a quick message about Foxy, and I just wanted to, just a quick story about how good he is as a person, not only as a producer.
Mm.
So, right, when your show first started last year, I was in hospital. You probably won't remember because you've done thousands of calls and everything. And it was a topic you were talking about, and I was lying in the hospital bed, and I phoned the show. You spoke to me. After you finished speaking to me, Foxy stayed on after. How are you, Dave? If you don't have to tell me, but are you okay? Blah blah. How are you? And if you need anything, and then so obviously I had a bit of a chat with him, and he realised how low I was. And then the next night, my phone just randomly went off just after 10 o'clock, and it was a gentleman called Foxy going, I know you're not very well, Dave. Sorry to disturb you, but I just wanted to make sure you was okay.
There you go.
And that's what the kind of man he is.
Yeah.
Because you don't know me from Adam. But he still wanted to make sure I was okay.
And that is the whole point of this show. And I think
Local radio and you and Foxy. And I hope the people in London do listen to sounds, because they need to realise that if they carry on the way they're going, they're going to take this away from all the people that need it.
Well, you know what? As we say, there's going to be a new show coming, and I'm sure that they will care just as much. It will be different, but it will be, it will be a new show.
How perfect you are and how perfect Foxy is, because you two you're like head chefs in my world. You're the top of your game. You know how to handle people. You know how to talk to people. And then we will open up to you, but it's only because of your skills and Foxy's as a producer. But that gentleman is a legend.
Well, I second that, as do a lot of people tonight. And Dave, I thank you very much indeed. And that's the point. And the other thing that I don't think people understand about this show is that we're on for 3 hours. That's it, 3 hours a day. But it doesn't stop with that, because, if somebody comes on and they've got a problem or an issue, we don't just bang them on and bang them off and then that's the end of it. We do maintain a kind of relationship with the listeners. They do keep getting in touch with us. We do have chats. It's not, oh, thanks very very much for that call. Then off you go. Get on with your life. We don't want to know anymore. That isn't what it is. When we started and we said we wanted to create a late night family, that's exactly what we've done. And that is what we meant. We didn't want just people just to come on randomly and then think we didn't care. It's all part of caring. And the listeners care about each other. You've only got to look on social media for that. They've made friends with each other. They are there for each other. You've got people talking to people in Nottingham, from Birmingham, in Derby, in Stoke. That is what it's done. So that's been the magic of it. And it's been just absolutely joyous to be a part of. But do keep calling up. Now, I will make some of these calls brief for tonight. I know I have a tendency to ramble. I know. All right. If June calls, I will not ask her if she's had a set.
She is calling.
Oh, there you go then. So just come on. And if I am brief with you, I heartily apologise. It's just that we've got a lot to get through tonight and I want to talk to as many people as possible. It is not me being rude. You know I do like a good chat. It's 08000 321 333 on WhatsApp. Start it with Caroline or pick up the phone.
Call The Late Show now. 0800 121 8181.
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
When it feels like the world is on your shoulders and all of the madness has got you going crazy, it's time to get out, step out into the street where all of the action is right there at your feet. Well, I know a place where we can dance the whole night away underneath the electric stars. Just come with me and we can shake your blues right away. You'll be doing fine once the music starts. Oh, feel the beat of the rhythm of the night. Dance until the morning light. Forget about the worries on your mind. You can leave them all behind. Feel the beat of the rhythm of the night. Oh, the rhythm of the night. Oh, yeah. Look out on the street now, the party's just beginning. The music's playing, a celebration starting. Under the street lights, the scene is being set. A night for romance, a night you won't forget. So come join the fun, this ain't no time to be staying home. Ooh, there's too much going on. Oh, tonight is gonna be a night like you've never known. We're gonna have a good time the whole night long. Oh, feel the beat of the rhythm of the night. Dance until the morning light. Forget about the worries on your mind. You can leave them all behind. Feel the beat of the rhythm of
Dimanche, the rhythm of the night is the late show on the BBC across the Midlands, and so many messages coming in tonight. I may struggle here not to cry.
Genuinely,
This is just the weird. I've done last shows before. This isn't even my last show.
No, you're
What's going on?
I think we need to keep stressing that you're going to be back on Sunday with Andy.
Back on Sunday.
A good mate of ours.
This is not even the last show, but it is the last show with Foxy. And hi to Dorothy, who's in Derby, who says, "Hiya both. I'm filling up already. I'm going to miss you, Foxy. What a sad night. The best show ever. Love you both so much. Lots of love and hugs from the lovely Dorothy." Hi to Carol in Lanesfield, who says, "Caroline, what can I say? My nights will not be the same again without hearing the voice of Foxy. I just hope whatever job he goes on to do, he enjoys it." And my love goes out to Foxy, Leanne, Rosie and Elsie as well.
Thank you.
Carlin Tamworth says, "Hiya both. I'm gutted that this is the last night on the show for Foxy. I have to tell you, Foxy, I really think that you're 100% top bloke. I mean that, mate. All the luck in the world. This is so wrong. Caroline, I love you to bits. I'm always going to follow you too. I'm a lifelong fan." And Les in Halzone says, "Good evening both. I hope all is good. I am just checking in. It's good of you to be there." We've got Russell on the phone. Hello, Russell.
Hello, Caroline and Foxy.
Hello. How are you?
I'm very good. I just thought I'd have to ring in to say what an amazing show you've created between the two of you. And I can only compare it to a comfy seat in the nicest pub in the world, surrounded by intelligent conversation on a nightly basis with real friends. That's the show you have created.
Do you know, Russell, when we sat and planned this, that was what we wanted to achieve. So the fact that you have said those words without me uttering them, it's amazing. So thank you.
Thank you so much for all that the both of you have done. And I know the whole of the Midlands are agreeing that there's going to be a massive hole in all of our hearts without the two of you. It's been amazing. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Russell, and thank you for being a part of it, all right? You're an absolute sweetheart, and thanks for calling us over and over. Do you think this is waterproof, this desk? Can't stand it.
It was only the other week. He spat water across the desk.
Oh, Lord, that was our worst night. Here, Foxy.
Can we talk about that story? I think we should.
That was the worst.
This is what I'm talking about. The things, I mean, we're both of us very proud of, and we love doing this show, but the things that happen off air, which I just wish that you listening right now you could see. Last week, Caroline took a swig of water. It was 5-1. We were about to go home. She took a swig of water and then choked and then spat the water all over the electrical equipment, right? I'd just been to the lavatory, came back and she went, Foxy, there's water everywhere. So I ran and got some toilet paper, right, in a mass panic to try and dampen up this stuff, mop up the water. And then I came in, she went, "A little bit of help around here won't go amiss." I was covered in toilet roll. Trying to do my best to save our careers.
Every light was flashing. And in all my years here, I hadn't worked out that this screen was a touch screen. So I was trying to clean the screen, and at the same time, I was setting all these jingles off. And Natalie Graham was going out all over the Midlands, and I couldn't work out why until you told me. So I did learn something that night, and before anybody complains, I did immediately go and report it to security and to the engineers, and it was absolutely fine. But oh my Lord, some of these moments that we've had, honestly, I'm surprised we made it to the next day. But anyway, you've touched the heart of me, you've touched the hearts of the Midlands tonight, but you had a life before you came to the Midlands, and you touched other people as well. So we're going to hear from one now.
Hello, John. This is Simon Green, former radio producer. We met when we both worked at Kingstown Hospital Radio, and you were a mere slip of a lad, whereas I was a student who'd come from Manchester to Hull, and then we ended up at university together, and we both worked at Viking FM, and you were my best man, I was your best man. What I will never forget, we had an incredible week in Texas, where part of my producing duties were to stop you from getting shot by an angry local. We've done all sorts of things together. I will simply say that professionally, you are one of the greatest broadcasters that I've certainly ever worked with or listened to. An absolute pure talent, and you'll be missed on the airwaves. And personally, you're the best friend and brother that somebody could have. Good luck, mate.
Oh, my word. What are you doing?
Well, now that's why I turned your screen off. But
Lord.
Who goes to Texas then and upsets a local and then somebody has to stop you being shot? What went on?
Well, I think I've told you before that you and I used to work in commercial radio, so some of the giveaways were pretty extravagant, weren't they? I know you've experienced some of those. So we took a load of winners to Texas, USA, and lived on a ranch for a week. And it was the guy that I was doing the breakfast show with. It was nothing to do with me, but he got a little bit flirty with one of the girls that worked on the ranch, and her husband, obviously from Texas, carried guns. So that's why that all happened. But Simon, he has to save Tom's life. But you know, when we were young and stupid, at the time I thought it was hilarious, but now when you look back on it, you think that was a silly thing to do, wasn't it?
But it made for a good story. So
Simon Green is one of the greatest radio producers. I mean, you know, he too has also left the industry, and it's just bad for the industry because he's just incredible, and I love him. He's my big brother, so that has made me feel very special.
Well, we've got a few more special moments to come, to be quite honest with you, but we'll ease them out. I'm not going to spat them all out there at once. All right, we'll just ease them out a bit. I'll get some tissues if you want. Now, at this juncture, we should be doing the travel, but you've been tearing up, so you haven't made it yet.
Can I do it?
If you've got it, do it. Right, let me just find.
It's a dream of mine.
Do you know what? This a peak of your. It would be the equivalent of me reading out the shipping forecast, wouldn't it?
I thought you were going to say something else then.
Right, ready then?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
All right, M6 southbound, a lane is closed between junction 17 and junction 16. That is for overnight roadworks. M6 southbound again, you're going to find narrow lanes at junction 16 as they carry on doing work on that bridge. I'm expecting big things for that thing. M6 northbound, the motorway is going to be closed from junction 4 to junction 4A. The M40 in both directions, the motorway is closed from junction 16 to the M42 junction 3A. M42 in both directions, we've got a lane closed between junction 6 and 5. And just finally, on the M42 in both directions, that part of the motorway is closed from 3 to 3A.
And that's all we've got at the moment, but that doesn't mean to say that that's all there is.
No.
So if you do spot anything else, 08000 321 333, start your message with Caroline.
Could you get your TV licence for free? If you or someone you live with is over 75 and one of you receives pension credit, your TV licence could be paid for by the BBC. And if you don't currently get pension credit, why not find out if you can? You could be enjoying your favourite TV programmes.
What's your final answer?
42? For free. To find out if you or someone you live with is eligible, call the Pension Credit Claim Line on 0800 99 1234. Your call won't cost a penny, and you could get your TV licence for free.
The sound of where we live. Caroline Martin.
Hereford and Worcester.
It's the final night with Foxy, but we are going out in style, and for that we need you. So call up.
Call The Late Show now. 0800 121 8181.
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
You look like fun to me. You look a little like somebody I know, and I can tell you how this ends. I'll be in your head all weekend. Shivers and butterflies. I get the shivers when I look into your eyes, and I can tell that you're all in, 'cause I can hear your heart beating. I hear it and I know. I know you wanna take me home, and get to know me close.
Kylie Minogue, Padam, Padam. It's the Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands tonight, Thursday, and it is Free for All Thursday, and we're doing it with a bit of a difference tonight because feel free to call up in your droves if you would. We were going to try and beat the 50 caller record, but that is going to be impossible tonight with everything else that we've got and other people that we've got coming on, but we'll get as many people on the wireless as is possible. So if you call up, you can come on for a chat. We may be a bit briefer than normal because we're fitting so much in, but still we would love to talk to you. And if you've got any specific memories of the Foxman, of things that he said over his time with me or before, then just share them.
Call the Late Show now. 0800 121 8181.
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
Oh, look, it's our favourite. It's June in Chelmsley Woods. Hello, June.
Hello, Caroline.
Oh, how are you doing? Did you put your curlers in especially for this chat tonight, June?
No, I haven't got them in.
Oh, do you know what?
It's a good job you can't see me tonight, Caroline. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you look. It's what's inside that counts.
Well, you know what? What is inside you is pure kindness. And your beautiful daughter sent me a picture of you, and you look just exactly how we thought. You're adorable.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, it was so lovely to put, a face to the voice that I've been talking to for all these years.
Do I look about 25?
Oh, I think 24. I mean,
24?
24. Yeah. You look sprightly there, Jim.
I just want to echo what everyone else has been saying. I know I've got to keep it brief. But, yes, I've been talking to Foxy as well, for many years.
Yeah.
When he used to talk about the jabs and one thing or another. Was it his Saturday morning, Sunday morning show?
Yeah.
I used to listen to him then. I've listened to you for, dear, or I don't know, 12, 13, I don't know. Many years, anyhow. I remember when your son fell asleep at the airport when you had to change planes.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I was furious about that.
I remember when you took it, was it Willow to the childminders? I think she was 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
You remember
I remember
it all?
a lot about you. It's all been lovely, Caroline.
Well, it's been a treat to be here with you and to hear your stories over the years as well, June. And, thank you for being a part of it. But we're going to miss this guy, aren't we?
Oh, we are. We are. He's lovely. He's lovely. He really is.
Stop it, June.
You're listening, Foxy?
I am. I listen to everything. Yeah, I've got to.
Yeah. Did you like my photo as well?
Well, I said to June when she called, I said, we've seen a picture of June. She looked wonderful, didn't she?
She did.
Yeah. Very, very. You look beautiful, June.
You really
thank
do.
you very much.
You do.
I look beautiful now.
You always are.
Knocking the door.
I think that, we are going to miss Foxy, but that just means you've got to call me all the more, June, to make me
I will do. I will do,
sad.
Caroline. I
All
really
right.
will. I know I've got to keep it brief.
Well,
because I'm like you can talk for England once I start.
Well,
but
you know what?
But I do it. I hope whatever Foxy does, I wish him well.
Yeah.
I wish you well, Foxy.
Bless
whatever
you.
you do next.
Well, I'm becoming a stripper, June. So if you ever need anything, you just give me a call.
Oh, yes. Okay, let me know the date and where, and I'll get Maureen to bring me along.
June will be
I
there.
want some me rollers in that night.
June, bless your heart. We will talk again soon, and thank you so very much for calling up. More and more messages coming through. Jay says, I remember a strange Sunday when Foxy got talking to this random bloke who used to have illegal barbecues in a park. It was so random. There you go. The things that people remember you for. Lynn from Nutton says, I am just checking in. I'm really going to miss Foxy, but I am looking forward to hearing you both together again.
Yes.
Doing other things. We cannot wait. Pete, the butcher, says, I'm checking in. Things change and you never know what's around the corner. Both of you are awesome. I believe other listeners would say nighttime won't be the same. You've both helped me when I've had no one at work on the night. So thank you for your time and keeping people in a positive mood when they're down. All the best, Pete the butcher. And hi to Chris Mullins, who is in Halesoe, and he's sent another message that I cannot find. I'll go and look at it in a bit. Oh, he says he won't be listening live as he's got to listen the following day on Sounds when he's driving between call-outs. He said, I'm beyond gutted that this is Fox's last show, and I just hate the fact that this show is being split up and that you won't be together anymore. So do we, but it isn't going to be for always. We will be together again at some point. Keep these messages rolling in. 08000 321 333. That's 08000 321 333. Start your message with Caroline, or you can give us a call. We would love for you to call in tonight. That would make Fox's night.
Call The Late Show now. 0800 121 8181.
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
Lights go out and I can't be saved. Tides that I tried to swim against put me down upon my knees. Oh, I beg and plead, singing, come out of things unsaid. Shouldn't I pull off my head? And a trouble that can't be named. A tiger's waiting to be tamed, singing. You, oh,
Coldplay and Clocks. It's the Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands tonight. Hi to Helen, who says it's our wedding anniversary today, so we are out celebrating, but I couldn't let the night pass without passing on my best wishes to Foxy. He will be missed. I'll catch up with the leaving shenanigans on BBC Sounds tomorrow. Hashtag goodbye Foxy. And hello to Teresa, who says, Caroline, remembering your first show with Foxy, you said you didn't know how it was going to go, but you wanted to create a family. As I said back then, you smashed it. I actually spoke to Foxy the very first night. I knew that I was going to like him. I have spoken with Foxy a few times personally, and he was so understanding, always asking how we were. I'm going to miss you, Foxy, so much. You and Caroline are like strawberries and cream. Wishing you all the best in whatever you do, and I'm sure that Caroline will keep us updated. Hopeless sending stuff, but I sent a video for you earlier, which I doubt has reached you. We're just basically rubbish at getting things off as well, Teresa, but she has sent thank you for being a friend by Andrew Gold. Thank you so much. And we've got Susan in Harborne on the line. Hello, Susan.
Hello, my darling. You all right?
Oh, I'm sure. All right, it's pushing it, but we're
we're
getting by.
I've got my tissues at the ready.
Yes. I've got a feeling that we are going to need them before the night is out. We're going to miss him, aren't we?
Oh, wow. Well, what can I say, Mr. John Fox? I'm starting already now. I rang in and mentioned something to him, and he said, he was thinking about the very same thing only the other day, because the best thing I've ever done with Mr. John Fox on the radio airwaves, other than the innuendo which we've had over the years, goes back about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
To when I was on one of my trips to Cyprus. And I was in the lovely place called Iron Napa. And at that time, he was doing a show on a Sunday morning with Giuliano.
Yeah.
And I rang in. I was stood in the middle of Iron Napa, and I rang in to do some daft reporting slot. I think it was about cricket, weirdly, but I rang in anyway. Producer Andy was producing, and within the first 3 seconds of this phone call, I sussed out that the amount of times I said Iron Napa, Andy would play the song Iron Napa in the background. Right. So every other word was Iron Napa in every sentence. It was like, hello, Iron Napa from Susan in Iron Napa. But he remembers it, and we were just talking about it off air. It's one of the funniest things I've ever done live on the radio.
He is very creative with this stuff. He comes out with ideas that I just would never, ever have even considered. But and he's done well out of from Keiko, from you over the years as well, as have we all, Susan.
Well, I was going to say, when I saw him the other evening, a couple of evenings ago, we had a lovely chat for about 20 minutes in reception, and we were reminiscing, as you do. And I said, well, when I'm by the stately pile in Droitwich, I'll just, ring the bell or the gate, and I'll... He said, pop in for a couple. He said, but don't forget the cake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You've got to bring your own cake. You've got to absolutely bring your own cake. Bless you. Well, listen, Susan, I thank you very much indeed. And hopefully our relationship will continue once Foxy is gone. But like I said, it's not just the people here tonight that remember you fondly. So
why are you doing this?
Because
I know what you've planned, because you've got a creative mind as well. So you've just played a clip from one of my greatest friends ever, my big brother, Simon Green.
Yeah.
And you know that you've planned this, so it's going to get more heartfelt as it goes on.
Well, you know what? Let's try this one.
Oh, no.
Hi, John. It's your old Scottish pal here, Barry. How you doing, mate? I hope you're well. I hope you're not too sad today. I can imagine this must be quite tough, because I know how talented you are. I know how great a presenter you are, having worked with you for many, many years. For those of you who don't know me, I used to produce John on a breakfast show in Birmingham a few years ago now. Some of the happiest memories of my life working with this guy. Just an amazing, amazing bloke. So funny. Made it a joy getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go and do a show with two of my best friends, Foxy and Giuliano. I've got a lot of stories about him. I can embarrass the hell out of him. But I guess what I would say is there is one memory that does come to mind. And if you're listening to this and you see John walking down the street, just ask him, just say these 2 words to him. Burn supper. He'll know what I'm talking about. And if he's brave enough, Maybe if he's had a few drinks, he might tell you the story. Anyway, John, I love you. I wish you well, mate. I know we'll catch up soon, but never forget how good you are.
Will you stop this?
Oh, don't cry.
Oh, my word.
It must be just lovely to know how much you're loved, surely.
Can I just put a little side... Barry, again, just like the previous person, Simon, incredible producer. And there's no way I can share that story live on air.
Well, can't you try?
No, Caroline, genuinely... And obviously I'm leaving tomorrow, so I've got nothing to lose. Still, I cannot share that story live on air. Genuinely, we can't. I'll tell you off air, but...
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? Obviously, looking at you all tearful, it evokes some strong memories.
I'm losing man points here, aren't I?
Well, no, because as we've been saying on the men's club, it's good to cry and show your emotions, and that's what you're doing tonight. Thank you for these messages. Can I just ask, if you're messaging for the first time, because a lot of people are, I don't have your name, so I can't read your name out. So if you want to message and put your name in, if you're a first-time texter or WhatsApper, that would be absolutely amazing. And then I can say who you are, and you can send your farewells to the lovely Foxy. It's 08000 321 333. That's 08000 321 333, and start your message with Caroline tonight. It's the Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands. Feel free to ring in, although he is speaking to people for an inordinate amount of time. All you're doing is chatting on the phone. But if you want to talk to Foxy...
Call The Late Show now. 0800 121 8181.
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love fantasy. There's not a minute, hour, day or night that I don't love you. You're at the top of my list, cause I'm always thinking of you. I still remember in the days when I was scared to touch you, how I spent my day dreaming, planning how to say I love you. You must have known that I had feelings deep enough to swim in. That's when you opened up your heart and you told me to come in. Oh, my love. 1,000 kisses from you is never too much. I just don't wanna stop. Oh, my love. A million days in your arms is never too much. I just don't wanna stop. Too much, never too much, never too much, never too much. Woke up today, looked at your picture just to get me started. I called you up, but you weren't there, and I was broken hearted. Hung up the phone, can't be too late, the boss is so demanding. Opened the door up, and to my surprise, there you were standing. Who needs to go to work to hustle for another dollar? I'd rather be with you, cause you make my heart scream and holler. Love is a gamble, and I'm so glad that I am winning. We've come a long way, and yet this is only the beginning. Oh, my love. 1,000 kisses from you is never too much. I just don't wanna stop. Oh, my love. A million days
Luther Vandross and Never Too Much. It's the Late Show on the BBC. We are across the Midlands tonight. We are celebrating with Foxy because he is moving on to pastures new, which is good news for Foxy because he's got a fantastic job to go to, but not so good for us because we're going to miss him badly. Now, can I just say, if you are calling and every single line is flashing at the moment, it's taking him ages to get through all these calls because people are, wishing him well and everything. So just keep coming, keep trying, and he will get to you eventually, all right? But there's a lot of chatter going on out there and there's only him answering the phones. But let's go and take a few more calls. We've got Mark in Telford. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Caroline. All right?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you very much, Mark. How are you?
All right. So.
So.
Yeah.
Has it been a bad week, darling?
In terms, I think I had a stroke on Tuesday.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, and also, I think my dog's on his way out. I think he's missing me and pointing. He's on his way out.
Oh, no, because we know that you moved into the hospice and the dog, your lovely
the
dog.
Care home.
Yeah, the care home. He comes to visit you regularly, doesn't he? And knows, the first day he arrived, he came straight to your room and he'd never been there before. He kind of sniffed you out, didn't he?
He sniffed me out, yeah.
So what happened after Tuesday then? Were you taken to hospital? Were you checked out?
No, I'm in the care home already. I don't know care treatment. I've been trying to do a hospital treatment.
Right. Oh, right.
There's nothing they can do for me, so I'll just carry on as I am. Do you know what I mean? Then there's nothing they can do. So, but on Tuesday, it started on Sunday evening. Really, I went off the hooks and I kept falling over and I couldn't see anything or do anything. Every time I picked anything up, I was dropping it, and it was horrendous time, really.
Oh, bless you. And so, have you? The dog has. What's it reacting like? What's his actions?
He's got off his food. What he's eating his only bits and daps, and he's been sick, and he's out of his reach a bit, so everything's just going wrong with him.
I think you hit the nail on the head. I think that he's pining for you, isn't he? Because he's been used to being around you all the time, and I guess that being without you, because you've got such a strong bond, that's going to affect the poor little dog as well, isn't it?
Last year I was in hospital all year, and if you remember, I came home after Christmas. I was in hospital Christmas.
Yeah.
I came home, was with him for a few weeks then, before I went into the care home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I've already had short brief spells with him.
Well, he's bound to feel sad, and I think you are one of the bravest I can't speak tonight. You are the bravest person that I've talked to on this show because, all that you're going through and you know what the outcome is and you just meet it head on and you just enjoy every single day. And some days you have setbacks, but then you bounce back the next day with this strength of will that's just absolutely incredible. So I salute you, Mark.
They came with me today. And the nurse come out of the words like supposed to me today.
Yeah.
And this is the idea next week to get through these. Do you know what I mean? They said, you've been a miracle to get through this.
Yeah. Well, and this is it, and this is your strength of mind and your stamina that gets you through. It is absolutely remarkable because I remember talking to you when you first went in there and, each week you come back on and your strength is incredible. So just get through this and just keep fighting it, Mark, because we absolutely value you and we send love to the dog as well. And hopefully after another visit, the dog will feel a little bit happy, but it's so difficult, isn't it? Because you can't explain to the dog what's going on, can you?
No.
Oh, bless you.
The purpose of phoning you tonight was to wish Foxy all the best thing that he goes on to do going forward.
Yeah.
I mean, you and Foxy have been a great support to me over the times that I've got to speak to you on the radio.
Yeah.
I spoke to you actually longer than Foxy, really, haven't I? During some time we breath.
Yes, exactly.
When you on the mornings.
Yeah. I mean, you've been there over the years and we've had some good chats, some good conversations, haven't we, darling?
We have, and I miss you, Belle, so you've Belle's gone.
Well, we will miss you too, but it's not as if you're going to be without a radio show, and I should stress this, that there is something else coming in its place. Mark, I'll be thinking of you over the weekend. Check in with us next week so that we know that you're okay, but you keep on being brave. Honestly, you've got to admire Mark. He just keeps fighting on and fighting on and fighting on. He's incredible, isn't he?
What a guy, yeah, he's a top man.
He's absolutely brilliant. Right, Gina's there, but I'm going to wait and talk to her after the news, because otherwise I'm going to put her on for a minute and then I'm going to have to get rid of her again. But thank you for all these messages. There are so many, I just can't keep up. Pav is there. She says, good evening, it's Pav. Just to say all the best to the late night family. Foxy, you will be missed, and thank you for yours and Caroline's show. I've enjoyed every show from Monday to Thursday. Pav's in Leicester. She doesn't get us on a Sunday night. Hello to Dave in Buxton, who says, I'm just checking in, and I want to say good luck to Foxy. He's a top man and he'll be missed but never forgotten. And when you get together again, things will be back to normal, and I cannot wait. Naomi in Oldbury says, I would love to wish the lovely Foxy God's richest blessings on his journey ahead of him. I remember the Sunday morning programme singing gospel songs. You and Foxy are fantastic together. Love you, and I will miss Foxy. John is in Colwall, Herefordshire, who says, I've been trying to get through for 2 nights, but the lines are so busy. I will miss Foxy so much, and you two have been such a part of my life for the last 18 months, as you have ours, John. I've enjoyed our chats, and hopefully we will have many, many more. Now, keep calls coming in. It is taking Foxy longer tonight to actually get people on, because he's having a chat to all of them, and that's understandable. But keep trying, keep trying. If you've been trying, keep it up. It'll get to you in the end.
On the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker,
play BBC Hereford and Worcester,
and on your radio.
The sound of Herefordshire and Worcestershire is
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
With the BBC News at 11 o'clock, this is Stephen Davis. The mothers of 2 university students who were stabbed to death in Nottingham on Tuesday say whoever is responsible must face justice. They were addressing a crowd of thousands at a vigil in the city centre this evening to remember Barnaby Webber, Grace O'Malley Kumar and Ian Coates, who worked as a school caretaker. Sinead O'Malley called on the city to stick together.
She wanted to have fun. Because that's what all students want. They want to enjoy themselves. And all they were doing was walking home. They were just walking home after a night out. It just is truly so unfair. Be kind to each other, look after each other. Don't have hate in your hearts.
Well, police have been granted more time to question a 31-year-old man arrested on suspicion of murder. A mother has been jailed for 27 years and her partner's been ordered to serve at least 32 years for killing her 9-year-old son. Elfie Steele was repeatedly beaten by Carla Scott and Dirk Howell. He died in 2021 after being held underwater at his home in Worcestershire. The senior investigating officer at West Mercia Police, Detective Chief Inspector Leighton Harding, said the pair were not sorry for their crimes.
At no stage has either Scott or Howell shown any sign of remorse or acceptance of responsibility for their actions. The custodial sentences passed on Howell and Scott are a clear reflection of the abhorrent physical and emotional abuse they both inflicted upon Alfie.
A long-awaited report by MPs investigating Boris Johnson's claims about lockdown parties has concluded he did mislead Parliament. The Privileges Committee said the former Prime Minister would have faced a 90-day suspension from the House of Commons had he not already resigned last week. Mr Johnson has hit back at the report, calling it deranged. Sir Michael Caine has described the award-winning actress and former Labour MP Glenda Jackson as one of our greatest after her death at the age of 87. The two had recently completed work on a film together. Born on the Wirral, she rose to fame firstly in the world of film and theatre, winning 2 Oscars. Later served as a minister in Tony Blair's government. The former Labour MP for Liverpool Riverside, Dame Louise Ellman, knew her well.
She was highly professional, she was a shrewd politician, and she was a very dedicated minister. And she wanted to show people she wasn't acting. She was talking about the things that she truly believed in, putting over cases she believed in, and doing the best job she could.
And Just Stop Oil protesters have disrupted a performance at Glyndebourne. A statement from the Opera House said that 3 protesters let off a confetti bomb and blew an air horn earlier. No arrests were made, but the incident has now been reported to the police. And that's the latest. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 11.
Caroline Martin.
Goodness gracious me, this is one of the hardest shows I've ever done, to be quite honest with you. We're saying goodbye to Foxy tonight, but he is going on to better things, so we will not be sad. We will be happy that he is going to go on to greater things, but we've got to be without him. But if you want to come on, say hello, share some memories tonight, feel free. We'd love to hear from you.
Caroline Martin.
So many messages are coming through. Like every time I check, they are rolling in and rolling in. So I will get through them, I promise. And keep calling as well. It's taking longer to answer the phones tonight. He's having a good old gossip to everybody. But we'll get you on as well. But first, Fleetwood Mac, this is Little Lies. It's the Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands tonight, and it's such an emotional one. I'm trying not to cry.
I genuinely think someone's cutting onions. Who's cutting onions?
I don't know, but can you tell them, whoever it is, to stop? Please stop. Charlie's been on. He says, best wishes to Foxy. It's been a pleasure to have brief chats with him. I hope that your paths cross again in the future. Not forgetting you, Caroline. Thank you, Charlie. You've been a joy to have on over the last few months. Absolutely amazing. Lynn in Halesowen says, I'm checking in. I'm going to miss Foxy from Radio WM. I listened on Sunday morning. mornings. I agree with what you've said there. I'm not going to read it out, but I do agree with what you've said. Ryan in Solihull says, Caroline, the pair of you are brilliant and great entertainment at night. All the best to you both. Thank you very much indeed. And hi to Gwyn in Fradley, who says, good luck to Foxy on the future. Challenge you both to petanque. Oh,
we should do that.
Gwyn's the one that you woke up.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that night? I think it was night over 50 calls,
I
wasn't
know,
it?
yeah,
and he
bless.
rang to say he'd come on.
And I woke him up. We should do that. Let's agree to go and play that.
OK, fair enough. Well, that's near me. That's fine.
And Bob in Worcester plays bowls, and I think we should go and play that as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be very good at that. Your aim has got to be fairly true.
I'll be rubbish.
I'm a bit erratic.
I'll be terrible, but we'll have fun.
We'll go and do it. That's fine. Hi to somebody that says, I will miss you both. I love the show. All the best in whatever you do. To be honest, at least now I'll get to bed early, though. There's always a lovely silver lining in every cloud. Bernard's in Burntwood. Hello, Bernard.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I am emotional tonight. How are you?
Oh, sad, of course. You know, you're very special to me, you and Foxy. You know that. The one thing is that Mass is being said for your father on Monday at the Catholic Church at 9:30.
Oh, bless you, Bernard. Thank you so much.
And I shall miss you both very, very much. It's like a bereavement for me, really. I think you're wonderful together, and it's sad this has had to come to an end, you know. But it's just how things happen, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is, Bernard. And do you know what? You've been an absolute legend on this show, mate. You really have. And it was... we loved... I mean, how many cars did you end up getting in the end when we tried to get... Was it 100 to start, wasn't it?
Well, what Caroline and you decided, it's Bernard's birthday and want 100 cards. And I think you had 412.
Yeah.
And then I made it up to 528.
Wow.
That is how loved you are, Bernard, by this late night family, because you had cards coming in from all over the area. The East Midlands was sending them, Shropshire, Coventry, they were coming in thick and fast, Stoke, Derby. Everybody got involved with that, didn't they?
They did, yes. They did, yes.
Bernard, you have been incredible, and I have loved talking to you. We will talk again because Foxy is going tonight. We know that, but I'll be back with you on Sunday night, so I'll be here for a little while longer at least, and so we can chat some more, and we will arrange that visit now he's got some time on his hands. All right?
Yes, that'd be lovely. That'd be really great.
Are you going to please come on? You got to give. I am crying, so could you please give us a joke?
A joke. Did I ever tell you that one, Sir Gallagher, the Knight of the Garter?
I don't know, but go and tell it anyway.
Anyway, Sir Gallagher, Knight of the Garter, was saddled up to go out and defend the castle on this charger horse. When he came back, the drawbridge came down, he got inside, and the horse was absolutely exhausted, and sadly, it died. They hadn't got another horse, but they found a dog a little bit smaller than the donkey, saddling it all up, ready to go out to defend the castle again. A horrific storm, thunder, lightning, hail, floods, winds up to about 90, 100 miles an hour. And the synopsis of this was, you wouldn't send a night out on a dog like this.
Oh, Bernard.
That's why we love him.
That's why we love you. That is why we love you. Bernard, you take care, and thank you so much for the Mass on Monday. Love you, Bernard.
Love you to bits.
Take care. Take care. There he goes. Oh, my days. This is just like so. I've got to go through this again.
Yeah, I'm going to come back for your last show.
Please promise.
I promise you.
You pinky promise me.
Prinky?
Pinky promise me that you will come back. But it's a mate. Right, I'm going to do more of your messages because there are just like so many coming in. I can't keep up. Chrissy Chadwick says, I remember seeing Foxy performing as an ugly sister with Giuliano and the late great Paul O'Grady at the Barclaycard Arena in Birmingham, now the Utility Arena. Oh, utilita. It changes all the time. This was in Panto a few years ago. Obviously, I've spoken to Foxy a few times in between when he was on the breakfast show many moons ago. I'm going to miss you, Foxy, being with Caroline. I listened to her on that other station as well. You're one of the best. My late nights aren't going to be the same. All the best and be happy. Do you know what's really lovely as well, reading all these messages, that these people, we began our journey together elsewhere. We moved here, they came here. And that has been absolutely incredible. And that is why it's so sad that it's going to end. But you've had journeys before, you've had people that you've worked with before, and you've had places you've left before, haven't you?
I have.
And you've left other people behind.
Don't think I've ever cried on air before, though. Thanks.
I've got another one.
Oh, no.
Hello, Foxy, mate. This is your old work colleague, Simon Monk. We used to work together across the road in Birmingham. And then when I left there and went off to become the boss of a place, who was the first person I thought of to come and work for me? It wasn't you. You're about fifth from memory. But, it was great for you to then come along and work with me. And we had some brilliant times, loads of funny moments. One of my favourite things was a listener leaving an insult on your car. But I've got to say, my favourite memory has to be the Christmas party when we worked together in Birmingham. And we were doing the breakfast show and we said to ourselves, you know what, let's be good. Let's take it easy. Let's have an early night. And we were the last people to bed. After about 90 minutes sleep max, we had to then go into work and try and do a breakfast show. And I think it's fair to say it was the worst breakfast show in the history of radio in Birmingham. Great memories. I can remember just feeling absolutely ruined for the entire weekend. But I just wanted to send you a message to say good luck, mate. Radio really is going to miss you. And you take care. And if you want to ever make a comeback, don't.
I don't know him, but I've heard so much about him.
Yeah, Simon Monk, who is, he's an incredible radio mind.
Is he?
Incredible, yeah. And a very funny man and a very good friend of mine as well. So that's very sweet of him.
He's one to keep on side then.
Oh, absolutely, yes. So, look, if things go wrong, he's in charge of a couple of stations. So,
oh, okay, fair enough. I've heard such good things about you, Simon.
He's a very good-looking guy.
Okay, things get better. Things get better, but not as good as you, I'm sure. What is this insult then that was left on your car?
I don't know if we can talk about that.
Oh, Lord.
These people, they're going, it's like a best man speech, isn't it? They're going for the worst stories ever, the ones that we can't share on air, unfortunately. But I think there was one time that somebody just called me a rod, and that was probably the funniest insult. Because maybe you don't, maybe you've never had insults before, but I've had plenty throughout my career, and they've always made me smile. So I've always shared them with my pals, and they've always enjoyed it as well. But yeah.
There we go. Well, Simon, thank you for your message tonight. And lovely to see all these messages coming in. 08000 321 333. That's 08000 321 333. Start your message with Caroline. Tony and Betty have sent a message through as well. They say, Caroline, I'm checking in with Tony. We are sad Foxy is leaving. Hopefully you will be back together again soon, which we will in some guise, but you'll have to keep up with that by following us on social media. There'll be more about that. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Kazza Talk Martin, all right? At Kazza Talk Martin. There's no point following you. You don't tweet anything, do you?
Well, I have started tweeting.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So where are you on Twitter?
John, I don't know.
I think is that John Daniel Fox.
No, John Fox 79.
John Fox 79. Right, okay.
The best thing to do is get to your page and you've tagged me in on things.
Yeah, so go find him that way. So it's at Kazza Talk Martin on Twitter. They enjoy listening to you on a Friday afternoon. Well, you've only got one of those left because tomorrow is your last show.
Last ever show, yeah, tomorrow, yeah.
So join him tomorrow and send him lots of love there too. Hi, both checking in. I can't believe it's Fox's last night. We will miss you as a double act, sir. Can't wait until you are back together again in some way. Foxy, we will miss you loads, says Redditch Roz. Hi to Deck in Solihull, who says, Caroline, there have been some great partnerships. Laurel and Hardy. Tom and Jerry, Bernie Winters and Schnorbitz, Philip Schofield and Gordon the Gopher, George and Mildred. But Kazza and Foxy are up there with these greats. You guys should be massively proud of what you've achieved with this show. Greener pastures await, and many of us will be coming with you. So thank you, Deck. You've been a great support throughout as well. And don't ever think that we don't appreciate you, because we absolutely do. Thank you for these. I'll do more in a bit. 08000 321 321 333. That's 08000 321 333. Start your message with Caroline or call me up. The lovely Bob in Worcester. Bob, we love you. He has called in, he's listening, and he has loved the show as well. Bob, call in for a chat because I love chatting to you. I could chat to you all night and then Foxy can tell me off once more for one last time.
Call The Late Show now. 0800 121 8181.
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
I should have stayed with you last night instead of going out to find trouble. That's just trouble. I think I run away sometimes whenever I get too vulnerable. That's not your fault. See, I wanna stay the whole night. I wanna lay with you till the sun's up. I wanna let you inside. Oh, heaven knows I've tried. I wish that I can let you love. Wish that I can let you love me. Wish that I can let you love. Wish that I can let you love me. Say, what's the matter? What's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? Oh, I wish that I can let you love. Wish that I can let you love me now. I wish, oh, I wish, oh, I wish, oh, I wish I. I wish, oh, I wish, oh, I wish, oh, I wish I. And every time it gets too real, and every time I feel I sabotage it, I start running. And every time I push away, I really wanna say that I'm sorry, but I say nothing. I wanna stay the whole night. I wanna lay with you till the sun's up. I wanna let you inside. Oh, heaven knows I've tried. I wish that I can let you love. Wish that I can let you love me. Wish that I can let you love. Wish that I can let you love me. Say, what's the matter? What's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? Oh, I wish that I can let you love. Wish that I can let you love me now. I wish, oh, I wish, oh, I wish, oh, I wish I. I wish, oh, I wish, oh, I wish, oh, I wish I. I wanna stay with you till the morning. I wanna lay with you through the sunrise. I wanna show you that you're my only. I wanna live with you till the sun's up. I wanna stay with you till the morning. I wanna lay with you through the sunrise, through the sunrise. Oh, heaven knows I'm trying. I wish that I can let you love. Wish that I can let you love me. Wish that I can let you love. Wish that I can let you love me. Say, what's the matter? What's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? Oh, I wish that I can let you love. Wish that I can let you love me. Say, what's the matter? What's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? Oh, I wish that I can let you love. Wish that I can let you love me now. I wish, oh, I wish, oh, I wish, oh, I wish I. Oh, wish, oh, wish, oh, wish, oh, wish I.
Rita Ora and Let You Love Me. It's the Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands. It's Free for All Thursday, and we've got so many messages coming in tonight. I'm sorry if I haven't read them all out. I will do. I am getting through them. But this must show you, Foxy, how much love there is for you.
Well, it's not just me. I think it's just the show in itself, isn't it?
Dearest Caroline and Foxy, you have filled our empty dark nights. You have made us think and laugh as we go into sleep with a smile in our heart, content in the knowledge that we have shared precious time with you. Go well, Foxy, and be brave, Kaz. We're still here, says Susie. That is lovely. Do you want to read those texts out at the top? Just read the first couple.
But hang on, mine are a bit behind the time.
You're a bit behind the time.
Is it the one that ends 717?
Oh, no. Do you know what? How long have we been doing this together?
Since November 2021.
Right, and do you know what? You still have not linked your machine up to me, so you can't see the ones I've put in a different colour. After all this time...
Sorry, at what point did we have a colour system?
Foxy, a little bit of help wouldn't go amiss here.
Yeah, that's going on my gravestone, that is.
Right, I'll do those in a bit. But, do you know, we're going to talk to somebody now that has been amazing with me over the years and on The Late Show as well. The wonderful Maureen Fearon, who has helped us out so much. Hello, Maureen.
I'm so upset.
I know. I've got a pad in front of me that's like turning into paper mache as we speak because it is just soaking up all my tears, Maureen.
And quite well deserved, because you know what? I've been a guest on BBC Radio up and down the country. It'll be 20 years next year. And you guys rock. You're talented. You've worked so hard to be where you are. You're real people. And you're genuine entertainers. Total respect for you.
Well, thank you very much for saying that. And, you know, I've got to just say as well, though, that when we looked for people to come on and be part of the show, we wanted people that did exactly as you've described, people that were genuine, people that could come on and talk from the heart. And I know that you are, you know, the top of your game as to what you do, because I know that you come on as we've called you all sorts of things before. You've cancelled, you've done all sorts of things, but you come on just like a real person. And I think that's why the listeners just took to you so well, because it was just like talking to a friend and taking advice from a friend. So straight back at you, Maureen.
Oh, and you know, the giggles that you've created have been stunning. Absolutely amazing. That you are going to be, both of you are going to be so missed. It's ridiculous.
Well, we will miss everybody as well. But Maureen, don't you turn your phone off, because at some point we'll be calling you for other projects, all right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, tonight I was on Zoom recording a podcast with an expert in dementia.
Right.
So it's like, wow, stretching. And one of the things that we want to be avoiding is upset.
Yeah. It's
and so you leaving the BBC, it's just too wrong.
Well,
but we will all follow you. That's the thing, because quality listening is really rare.
Maureen, I thank you so much for your lovely words, and thank you again from the bottom of my heart for just being there, because sometimes it's very last minute because we're not all that organised and we're like, Maureen, can you come on tonight? and you have never, ever let us down. So, Maureen, thank you so much, and we love you loads.
Oh, I love you back, and it's always been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
She's amazing, isn't she?
Incredible.
We've had just like, and that's the point, isn't it? All the experts that come on to relationship experts, and you know, all these people that we've talked to have become friends over the years, haven't they? So that is lovely. Chris says it's lovely to hear all these lovely comments and messages about the wonderful Foxy. The only silver lining to all that's gone on is that Foxy can bow out of radio knowing how much he's loved and respected across the whole Midlands and beyond. We didn't get a chance to say goodbye at your other radio station, so we can say goodbye here. Trevor says, Foxy, my first memory of you was on, I think, Sunday, when you told Giuliano he was a fake Italian. And Caroline, you played one of my favourite songs by Whitesnake. I won't forget that. Wishing you all the best in the future. And hello to, I think this is Lee, who says, aye, I'm still listening in here in the Royal Mail Red Rocket, checking in. I just wanted to say a massive thanks to you both for keeping me company when en route to Cardiff. It won't be the same without you and Foxy. All the best for the future, pal. Going to miss your wits and the great way that you bounce off each other. Oh, well, good things come to an end. I am sending love and hugs. Thank you so much for that. Keep your messages coming through. 08000 321 333. That's 08000 321 333. Start your message with Caroline. And you know what, Foxy, once again, you can read the travel, all right, after we've had T-Rex. I mean, it's yours. The platform is yours.
So much.
You're welcome. You are most welcome. T-Rex, I love to boogie.
We love to boogie. We love to boogie. Jitterbug boogie. Bowling Billy boogie. We love to boogie on a Saturday night. Linda Mayfinder's got a Cadillac bone. Jamie lost a cherry walking all the way home. The passion of the earth blasted his mind. Now it needs sweet, ready for the moon bass grind. We love to boogie. We love to boogie on a Saturday night. I said we love to boogie. We love to boogie. High school boogie. Jitterbug boogie. We love to boogie on a Saturday night.
with a tail feathers high. The jitterbug left and smiled to the sky. With your black velvet cape and your stovepipe hat. Bebop, baby, the dance is where it at. I love to boogie. Yes, I love to boogie on a Saturday night. I said I love to boogie. I love to boogie. Jitterbug boogie. I love to boogie. I love to boogie on a Saturday night. I love to boogie. I love to boogie. I love to boogie. I love to boogie. I love to boogie on a Saturday night. I love to boogie.
T-Rex and I love to boogie. Hello to Andrew in Kenilworth, who says, hiya both, I'm checking in and I'm listening. It's not over, working together as a team. It's a brief pause, I'd say. Claire in Bramcote says, I will be with you all the while that you are on the radio. Thank you very much for that, Claire. And hi to Bob, who says, Bernard is different class. I'm going to miss all the presenters. Good luck for the future. Looks like I've got to go online. Yes, Bob, but it'll be worth it. It'll be absolutely worth it. Right, you ready for your big spot?
Can I clear my throat?
Yeah, no, I've cleared mine and I've put the mic down. Right, here we go.
All right, exactly the same as it was an hour ago. M6 southbound, we've got a lane closed between 17 and 16 for overnight roadworks this evening. M6 southbound, again, you're going to find narrow lanes at junction 16 for that work on the Magical Bridge. M6 northbound this time, and the motorway is going to be closed tonight between 4 and 4A. M40 now in both directions. Motorway is closed from 16 to the M42 junction 3A. M42 in both directions. We've got a lane closed between junction 6 and junction 5. And just finally, the M42 again in both directions. The part of the motorway between 3 and 3A is also shut tonight. So that's all we've got for you.
Sound speed, set, action.
The debut novel from Tom Hanks on BBC Sounds.
We are rolling. At least a dozen people yelled, rolling!
A story inspired by the magic of movie making.
Bob Falls trooped down the gangway with a few hundred other Marines. He spent the most time going over the panels of Heroes Under Fire.
Written and read by Tom Hanks.
The first day of shooting started off with a sense an event was about to happen.
The making of another major motion picture masterpiece.
And cut.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
The sound of where we live. Caroline Martin.
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
It's The Late Show on a Thursday night here on the BBC across the Midlands. I forgot where I was for a moment. I'm in my own world. You've got to understand it's very emotional. We are saying goodbye to Foxy, but let's do it in style. Any memories that you've got of him, do share. 08000 321 333. Start your message with Caroline on WhatsApp and I will give them to them. And
looking in your eyes, I see a paradise. This world that I found is too good to be true. Standing here beside you, want so much to give you this love in my heart that I'm feeling for you.
Let them say we're crazy. I don't care about that. Put your hand in my hand, baby. Don't ever look back. Let the world around us just fall apart. Baby, we can make it if we're heart to heart. And we can build this dream together. Stand
Starship and nothing's going to stop us now. It's the Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands tonight. Hi to Wazza in Willenhall, who says, hiya both, I'm going to miss you tremendously. You've helped me through some dark days, believe me. And if Foxy's leaving radio, how will you be together again? Do you know something we don't? There are many ways of doing things, and we are exploring other ways. And of course, I'll let you know, Wazza, all right? You just need to follow us on social media for any updates, and you'll find me there. Caroline Martin at Night We Talk on Facebook. And also at Kazza Talk Martin is the Twitter, and at Kazza Martin on Instagram. There's loads of ways of getting in touch, and there's going to be a new Facebook page starting soon when I've figured out how to do it. I'm struggling a bit with this.
What are you doing, a new Facebook page?
Well, I've run out of room.
Right.
Frankly, you can only have 5,000 people, can't you? So I've got hundreds waiting, just hundreds and hundreds that I can't accept because there's just no room. And you get to a certain point, it won't let you have any more. So I'm opening up a new one, and I've opened it, and I can't get to it again.
Brilliant. This is classic Caroline.
So I know it's there, and every so often it says so-and-so has visited this page, but I can't get on it to do anything with it.
Hang on, have you banned yourself from your own page?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, my word. These are the things I'm going to miss.
I'm going to chat to my daughter about this.
Yeah.
Because she's good at stuff.
Yeah.
So I think I might put her in charge of that particular new page. I like the ones we've got because it's personal and we can keep them all personal and it'll be very nice. But there you go. Jude, my son, has just messaged to say good luck, Foxy.
Oh, bless him.
In all you do. I had to have a pep talk from Jude the other day. Can you imagine me having a pep talk from my son?
It comes round.
He sat me down and I'm like, I'm so sad. And his mum, you've been here before. You've said goodbye to other producers and then you've gone on. Just imagine you had to say goodbye to the last one. You're upset about that. And now if you hadn't said goodbye to him, you wouldn't have met Foxy. And now you've got to say goodbye to him. And on and on it goes.
Wise words.
And I thought these were wise words. But this is the sort of rubbish I come out with. But actually...
You can see through it.
I can see through it. We've got Pete on the line who's in Measham near Tamworth. Hello, Pete.
Hi, Caroline.
Pete, I can't believe you've stayed up especially late for this.
You see, yeah. I thought I've just got to. I've listened to you all the way through since you started, and you've been my company all the way down to Stevenage every morning.
Oh, bless. So you listen back, do you, when you're at work the next day? That is lovely. And are you the same Pete that I bumped into in Tamworth?
You are. It is. Yes.
I was browsing in. Yes, I got a bit confused. I think I was in a world of my own because it was Christmas time, wasn't it? And I was stressing that I'd got everything.
Eve. Yeah, it was Christmas Eve about 4:30, wasn't it?
Yeah, I always leave things till the last minute. To be honest with you,
there was half price, really, wasn't there?
Yeah, exactly. Listen, it's so nice of you to just wait up and call in. Have you enjoyed the show then?
Oh, I can't put it into words. Literally, in the morning at 10 o'clock, I drive down, I just put it on, and it just everybody who comes on and talks, everything's all interesting. I shout at the radio sometimes. I shout at you sometimes. I have a laugh, but there's a few tears. And the men's club is just I can't put it into words. How many men, it's like I said about the drivers.
Yeah.
We're all out working on our own. And it's, I don't know, it is like a family. It sounds so, what's the word? I can't think what I mean.
I can't help you because I don't know, because I'm lost for words tonight as well. But
it is like that family. It is the family, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, this is what we wanted to create. This is what we set out to create. So I'm very, very proud that because I didn't know whether it was going to work or not when we first started it. Neither did you, Fox? So we just hoped that it would, but it has, and it's just created this kind of like magical family of us all at night, isn't it?
And it really has. Yeah.
Well, this stage of it is over.
Yeah, and like I say, I just miss having your face on my dashboard every day.
Oh, bless. Well, listen, stick me on because I'll be back on Sunday night. So we've got a little bit further to go yet on this journey. And if I'm upset this much tonight, goodness knows what the last show's going to be like. It'll be like so emotional.
Yeah, well, you know what I offered you a long time ago. That it's always there for you.
Thank you very much. Yes, and I was just telling Foxy that I might take you up on that one day, Pete.
Do you know what? It's cleaned every day.
Now, can I just say, for only you and Pete and I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It sounds really wrong.
Right,
okay.
Sorry.
I don't know if you might want to just elaborate a little bit more.
I said that I would love to drive across France because I'm going to France in a car with the roof down, and Pete's got one and he's offered me to lend that.
That's good. There we go. That was going down an alley I didn't expect. All right.
Oh, Pete, you've been a joy, and thank you so much for staying up late to come and talk to us.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, you take care, both. Thank you again.
Look after yourself, the lovely Pete in Tamworth. I'm going to get...
All he said, right, and this is a classic Caroline as well, all he said was the offer is still there and he cleans it every day.
Yeah. I knew he meant his car.
Yeah, you did.
I'm going to get in trouble without you, aren't I? I can see. I'm going to last a few days and then I'll be... right, Caroline, off you go, sooner rather than later, please. Thank you very much indeed. Hi to Roz, who says she's been trying to call you to tell you how much she's going to miss you.
Honestly, I'm trying, but then...
But she's going to carry on listening anyway. Hi to Angela and Martin, who says, we wanted to thank you both, but we were unable to explain what it has meant to have you both, to share life's joys and pain. It's good to know your friendship is one of endless devotion, forged out of respect and every kind of emotion. You've been patient and forgiving, never falling or forsaking when a hand was outstretched or a heart was breaking. You've been our lights at the end of the day, a twosome that became a family. We love you both. What more can we say except we wish you weren't going away. Thank you for the memories. Thank you, Angela and Martin. And everybody has been crying since Bernard came on. I think Bernard was the one that pushed everybody over the edge, and everybody then was in floods of tears. So many people have messaged me on Facebook to say, oh, Bernard. But how do you feel, seriously, just sitting there knowing that you and I have created this, we have done this show, and, it's nice that people call up, isn't it? But I didn't really understand until we see all this coming through tonight, the difference it's made.
Yeah, I mean, look, you mentioned it before that you and I have left radio stations many times, so I've never seen a reaction like this before in my whole career.
Yeah.
And it has genuinely blown me away, and I'm not just saying that. It's, I feel really sad.
Yeah, and it is sad, but let's be happy that we did it.
I can't be happy.
No, but we've got to try and be happy that we've done it, and the journey has been absolutely amazing. But as if it's not bad enough that we're all snivelling and crying here, I'm going to give you another one.
No, this is it now. Come on.
Hello there, my name's Darren Leatham. Now, I first came across John Daniel Fox as a snotty-nosed, ginger-haired teenager at Hull's hospital radio station, Kingstown Hospital Radio. Almost 30 years later, and he's still snotty-nosed, not quite so ginger, a little less on top than there was then, but he's turned himself into a great broadcaster, which we knew he would do because when he came through the doors of Kingstown, he had something about him, who was witty, who was willing to learn at the time as well. He was good. And he's gone on to be better. He's done really well for himself, and I, as a friend, am very, very proud of what you've done, Foxy. Repeatable memories? Well, what about the time when you wore a dress? I cannot actually remember the reason why, but I do remember you kicking and screaming and throwing a showbiz strop when you was told to take it off because you'd been wearing it for 4 months. All the best, John. Whatever you're going on to, mate, have a good time. I've heard a vicious rumour that you could be becoming one of the new gladiators. I don't know if the world is ready for Black Pudding Man yet.
He is a legend, Darren Leatham. He was doing the breakfast show on Magic 1161. I think you did a show on Magic, didn't you?
Yes, in Sheffield.
Yeah. So he was one of the first people I ever met in the industry when I was 16 years old at Kingstown Hospital Radio, and he's been a big supporter ever since. So he's a top man, his dad.
Well, you know what you've had. Can you see the impact that you've made on people's lives now?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just feel overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed.
Right. Do you want me to shut up now?
Can we stop playing those because they make me cry.
Well, I'll stop. People have done this and they've gone to the trouble of making them for you. So I feel guilty if I don't play them.
Do you know, as a radio presenter, do you know one thing? They're very, very emotional to listen to because these are all people that I absolutely adore and love.
Yeah.
But the first thing I'm listening out to is the audio quality. Darren, you sounded great, by the way.
Oh, always great, always great. Well, look, we'll have a few more songs. You can compose yourself, and this is the time now where if you want to ring, you need to call up because he's not doing anything for a few minutes. So pick up that phone, and then we'll see if we can get a few more calls on before midnight.
Call The Late Show now. 0800 121 8181.
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
Days aching, nights are long, 2 years and still you're not gone. Guess I'm still holding on. Drag my name through the dirt, somehow it doesn't hurt though. Guess you're still holding on. You told your friends you want me dead and said that I did everything wrong. And you're not wrong. Well, I'll take all the vitriol, but not the thought of you moving on. 'Cause I'm not ready to find out you know how to forget me. I'd rather hear how much you regret me and pray to God that you never met me, then forget me. Oh, I hate to know I made you cry, but love to know I crossed your mind, babe. Oh, even after all, it still wrecks me to find out you know how to forget me. Even after all this time. Days aching, nights are grey, my heart is still your place, babe. Guess I still feel the same. No, you can't stand my face, some scars you can't erase, babe. Guess you still feel the same. Well, I'll take all the vitriol, but not the thought of you moving on. 'Cause I'm not ready to find out you know how to forget me. I'd rather hear how much you regret me and pray to God that you never met me, then forget me. Oh, I hate to know I made you cry, but love to know I crossed your mind, babe. Oh, even after all, it still wrecks me to find out you know how to forget me. Even after all this time, I'm not ready to let you forgive me, to let you forgive me, to let you for. Oh, I'm not ready to let you forgive me, to let you forgive me, to let you for. I'm not ready to let you forgive me, to let you forgive me, to let you for. Oh, I'm not ready to let you forgive me, to let you forgive me, to let you. 'Cause I'm not ready to find out you know how to forget me. I'd rather hear how much you regret me and pray to God that you never met me, then forget me. Oh, I hate to know I made you cry, but love to know I crossed your mind, babe. Oh, even after all, it still wrecks me to find out you know how to forget me. Even after all this time.
Right, I'm going to just check the titles of these songs and then the words of these songs before I play them anymore. And we're going to go for generic sort of poppy type music that doesn't say anything.
That'd be nice.
Maybe even an instrumental.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll get some of those out. and
Dario
then
G. Sunshine.
Whatever. Just put whatever on that's not going to make me sit and cry all the way through it because that's made me cry. Please don't
It's
forget
the video.
me.
That's what. And that was
No,
your
that's
fault.
not that song.
Oh, is it
No,
not?
that's a different song.
Well, every time I hear Lewis Capaldi, I think of that video.
You think of that video.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord, that did make us cry so bad, didn't it, that one? Oh,
We've
goodness.
done a lot of crying, haven't we, over the last 16 months?
not as much as tonight.
I know,
It's
yeah.
awful. Right, let's go and have it. Oh, look, the lovely Bob is on in Worcester. Hi, Bob.
Hello, Caroline. How are you, my love?
Oh, I'm getting there, Bob. I'm getting there. This is.
Well, I could tell that by your voice.
Yeah, it's
You
a
know.
sad night, really, isn't it?
Yeah, you're great. Like, you were the old cliches, Tom and Jerry. To me, you're like standing in the old Ogden there, the old Coronation Street. I don't know who the bosses are, there's two of them, but you're just great. You bounce off one another, you laugh at one another, and you help one another. You've done some wonderful shows, and I've loved every minute of it. You're the kind of girl that's always got a smile on her face. You probably, if your backside was on fire, you'd still laugh. Like, you know what I mean? And Fox is as mad as a box of frogs, but he's got a big heart, and he's wonderful, and I've missed the pair of you, you know what I mean? Especially when you go, I don't know when it is, but John, good luck to him in the future, whatever it is.
Well, he's going to come and play bowls with you, isn't he?
Well, he said he'd like to,
I'd love
and
to.
hopefully, and you could come along. I heard you say earlier you'd be rubbish. It's like everything else when you haven't done anything. I always treat something new. It's like a dustman's job. You'll pick it up as you go along.
Well, you know what? If you never know whether you're going to be good or bad unless you try it, do you?
Well, don't knock it till you've tried it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's whatever. That's the things in life and whatever. We was all rubbish to start with, whatever we'd done in life, and like my apprenticeship when I started, and then you graduate, you pick it up, and you get better and whatever. But you'd be all right, So would Foxy, you'd be great, especially if you could come there together. I could show you, I'd probably split myself with laughter, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, the laughter will keep rumbling on, and as I am going to be over in that general direction, then I will certainly be dropping in.
Can I ask a question, Bob?
Of course.
Can you play? And this is for Caroline, not me. Before you crack the gag, can you play bowls in high heels?
Not really. The only
Caroline.
specification you've got to have is flat shoes from heel to toe, otherwise you'll damage the green.
Caroline?
Oh, I'm going to have to go barefoot, aren't I?
Well, you could do that.
Yeah, that's going to be the only answer. I'll go barefoot, and they'll be thinking, what is this mad woman that Bob's brought along to play bowls?
Well, you would be mad playing in bare feet, walking on grass is bad enough, walking on sand in bare feet when you're on the beach, but walking on grass bare feet.
I do that all the time. I just always go out. Yeah. When I go in the garden, I've just got bare feet. When I put the bins out, I've got bare feet. That's just. Oh, Lord.
Shots or whatever all over your feet, you know what I mean? But
well, they're tough. They're like hobbits' feet. There's an attractive thought, Bob.
You're both crazy, but you're both great.
Oh, bless you. Well,
you're my kind of cup of tea.
Well, I am glad that we have entertained you, Bob, as you have us.
You entertained me without a shadow of a doubt, with my weird sense of humour, but it's been great. You just make me smile.
Bless you.
Better with a smile on your face and whatever, and it's great. As I said, I'm going to miss him. And you two together, don't know who your new presenter's going to be or whatever your production local, but you two were just great. As I said, Tom and Jerry, Elder and Stan, and Mickey and Mouse and whatever. You've been great.
Well, listen, we thank you so much. Lovely Bob in Worcester, who we will go and play bowls with sometime very, very soon. Thank you so much. Lovely Bob there. Hi to Jem in Rugby, who says, I just wanted to say all the luck in the world to you, Foxy.
Thank you so much.
And we've got another one here from Nikki, who says, I did message earlier, but I think it's been sucked up in the millions of WhatsApps. There have been.
So many.
So many tonight. The music is making me tear up, I know, but Bernard tipped me over the edge. Obviously, Caroline, I'll follow you forever, being my friend, but I'll miss Foxy so much. Good luck for the future, Foxy. Big love from Your Nikki.
Oh, Nikki, I love you and I will miss you.
Oh, there we go. Look, that
But
is...
I will still follow you on Facebook.
Yeah, all right. Okay,
Stop
fair
it.
enough then. Blimey. And what have we got here? Mandy in Wednesbury says, this is to both of you. I don't have many family members around me, just friends, and your show has, for the first time in 20 years, let me feel like a part of a family again. So I thank you for that, and I'll miss you both very much. It has been an absolute pleasure listening to you both, and it has been lovely and wonderful you checking in and seeing your name popping up each night. So thank you so much for the lovely messages, and it's just lovely, isn't it? Just shut up.
I can't see the songs because you turned my screen off. What's coming up next?
Well, we've got
End of the Road, Boys to Men.
No, we've not got. We're not going to cry at this one. It's not going to evoke any emotion. This is good.
Rough seas might pull me under and dark clouds might dim my days. But there's always bright tomorrows when I close my eyes and say, remember how you've made it through the fire. Remember how you've come so far. An unstoppable force of nature. Yeah, that's what you are. I know all that I have lost has given me the purpose of conquering my pain through love. I sing this hymn to rise above. I am a mountain, and down in the valley below is all that I've overcome. All that I've overcome. Whoa, I am a mountain, and down in the valley below is all that I've overcome. All that I've overcome. To be one. Whatever life may throw, I pass the test. Whatever fate might dream upon me next, I'll stand with my head to the sky, unshaken by thunder and winds and the tide. I know all that I have lost has given me the purpose of conquering my pain through love. I sing this hymn to rise above. I am a mountain, and down in the valley below is all that I've overcome.
There you go. No tears after that. Sam Ryder and Mountain.
It's a good song, that. I enjoy it.
It's a good song, yeah, but it's not going to make us cry. That's
No,
what
no.
we need. More of that.
What, more tears?
No more tears.
More
no
ups,
no
more
more
ups,
tears.
more ups.
We've had enough. JD has been in touch. John Dazelle.
Yeah.
Who says, have a good one, you pair. I can't read the rest of the message out, but he says, have a good one, you pair.
What's the rest of the message?
I can't say it because I'm coming back, and if I say it, that's that.
Okay.
He's disapproving of what's going on.
Oh,
that's all.
Top manager, JD.
Hi to Helen, who says, sending huge love to you both. Looking forward to your new adventure. I hope that it comes soon. And I'll not read the rest of that out either. Paul says, it's sad to see our great Foxy departing from the show. The chemistry that the two of you have has made this the best radio show I have heard. I wish John all the best as he moves on. So thank you for all of that. And we've got more messages coming coming through. Chris says, thank you, John, for all you've done. We'll stay in touch, and well done tonight, pal. And one here, I had the pleasure of speaking to Foxy whilst you were away on a feature relating to famous people you knew at school. I got on and I laugh now because I went to college with Phil Collins, producer of Doctor Who. It's been an absolute pleasure listening to you both every night, and you'll be sorely missed. I'm holding Foxy to a pint of his choice at a pub in Droitwich.
Yeah, Red Line, mate.
Is that the one that you're going to go for?
That's my boozer, yeah. Red Line.
OK, now you've said that, everybody will be lining up for you to buy them drinks as well.
I'm sure they will, yeah. I'm sure they will, yeah.
It's just as well you're leaving to go to a very highly paid job.
I wish.
Lovely, Foxy. Right, we've got another hour to go.
We have... Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm not bad. We just got to get through it, haven't we?
It's sadder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I thought that there'd be a few tears at the end, and then I'd wave you off.
I did.
And that would be that.
I thought we'd cuddle at least,
Yeah, I thought, we'll have I might not let you go. We'll see. But Emma in Coventry has called in to say how much she loves the show and how upset she is that it is going to be finishing. Brenda in Webb Heath is listening. She wanted to say thank you for doing the show and for helping people through lonely evenings. And Glenys in Oswestry has called to say hello and to say how much she enjoys the show as well. So thank you so much for these messages. Keep them coming. We've got another hour, and keep calling because he's given up answering the phones now because he's sobbing.
I am, yeah.
But he's going to do the business on the phones while the news is on, and you can message through on WhatsApp 08000 321 333. That's 08000 321 333. Start your message with Caroline, and if you prefer the text, that's not a problem. 81333 and start it with Caroline as well. Right, while the news is on, I'm just going to check that there's no emotional songs on the way because that'll do me.
On the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker,
Play BBC Hereford and Worcester.
and on your radio.
The sound of Herefordshire and Worcestershire is
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
And with the BBC News at midnight, this is Stephen Davis. The families of the two students killed in a knife attack in Nottingham on Tuesday morning have addressed a crowd of thousands at a vigil in the city centre. Barnaby Webber and Grace O'Malley Kumar, who were both from 19, were on their way back from a night out. A third person, Ian Coates, was killed in a separate attack. Police are questioning a 31-year-old on suspicion of murder. James O'Malley Kumar is Grace's younger brother.
Grace wasn't only just a sister to me, she was a best friend of mine, my mother, my father, all her friends, and all her family. And if there's only one message that comes out of this, I urge you all to cherish every moment you spend with your loved ones, as you just never know when it'll end.
Boris Johnson says it is deranged that a committee of MPs found that he had intentionally misled Parliament over lockdown parties in Downing Street. The Privileges Committee recommended that, had Mr Johnson not resigned as an MP, he be suspended from the Commons for 90 days. Justine Greening, who's a former Conservative Cabinet Minister, says the severity of the punishment has come as a surprise.
He was always able to get out of any tricky situation he was in, so I think there was this question whether somehow perhaps he's just going to get a suspension, but it'll be less than the 10 days. And I think clearly 90 days shows a committee that's done a very thorough job. But I think since Friday last week has significantly upped the penalty and the sanction.
Well, a by-election to choose Boris Johnson's successor as MP for Uxbridge and South Ruislip will be held on Thursday, the 20th of July. Voters will also be going to the polls in the constituency of Selby and Ainsty on the same day, after one of Mr Johnson's allies, Nigel Adams, also quit as an MP. The Oscar-winning actress and former Labour MP Glenda Jackson has died aged 87. Born on the Wirral, she rose to prominence and won the first of her 2 Academy Awards for her role in Women in Love. She previously described how she felt about her awards.
At the time, it's like somebody giving you a great big present and, you don't know where to put it, really. You can't use them to be better at what you're trying to do. They're very nice to have, but they don't make you any better.
Tributes are being paid to former Scotland, Manchester United and Leeds United defender Gordon McQueen. He's died at the age of 70 after suffering from dementia. The BBC understands that negotiations around the potential sale of Manchester United are still taking place with multiple parties. That's despite some reports suggesting a bid from the Qatari businessman Sheikh Jassim has been successful and that he was going to be named United's new owner. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 12.
Caroline Martin.
Good morning, everybody. It's after midnight. We've got one more hour to go, and then we head off into the weekend. I wonder if anybody's got any good plans for this weekend. Is it going to stay hot, or is the cloud and rain going to be rolling in? We're wishing fond farewells to the lovely Foxy, so feel free to call up, share a few memories, or just say goodbye to him. But I'm staying, so don't leave completely.
Caroline Martin.
That's my fear here. We've done all this, and on Sunday night, I'll say, hello, it's 10 o'clock, it's Sunday night. There'll be no one there, because you think that everyone is gone. But I'll be back on Sunday nights, and we've got Andy Swift, who is taking over Foxy's seat. So looking forward to working with lovely Andy, but so sad that Foxy is going. Keep your messages coming. It's 08000 321 333. Start your message with Caroline, and he's actually answering calls now too, so that's a bonus. Tears for Fears and Everybody Wants to Rule the World. It's The Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands tonight. Hello to somebody that says, Foxy, thank you for the enjoyment that you've given me listening to The Late Show since I found you all those months ago. Please make sure the listeners know how to find you once you've gone. We will let you know, of course we will. Hi to Kim and Gaz, who says, I've not been a listener for very long, but as with everyone else, I'm going to miss you both so much. Whenever I'm able to listen to you both, I'll be there. Love you loads. We'll miss you more. From Kim and Gaz. That is so sweet, isn't it?
Amazing.
Lovely, lovely messages coming through tonight. Pat's at Staffordshire Moorland says, all the best, Foxy, for the future. Always love the shows. Trying to keep awake till 1 tonight to stay with you until the end. We've got Ranjit on the phone. Hello, Ranjit.
Hiya, Caroline. You know that last song, Nothing Lasts Forever. Friendships last forever and love lasts forever.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. You know what? Foxy's the top man, yeah, and so are you, and obviously everybody's moving on. Just picking up from what Dave from Rubery said, last year on the 15th of February, my house got burgled, while next door my dad was waiting to pass on. It was just still another 4 months, and, he really did put me on air, then he calmed me down after, yeah, and then obviously last year I lost my dad. And me and him talk about lots of things. Even after we've hung up with you, we carry on talking, or we talked before. And on a lighter note, he always catches me in the shower. Yeah. And every day I go in the shower. Yeah, I'm out the shower now. I'm sitting downstairs and talking to you. Yeah. And I think, has he got me bugged? Yeah. Now, ask him off here, has he got me bugged? And he's told me what he's doing, and I'm going to tell everybody now. He's going to be the new James Bond, because Daniel Craig's hanging up. He's got a holster and his piece, yeah? And he's looking for a new Bond woman.
Yeah.
And I've been on Facebook speaking to Susan from Harborne and Kay from West Bromwich, and we're trying to figure out which one of those is going to be the new Bond girl, and I'm going to be the new Bond villain.
Oh, well, there you go. The future's sorted then, isn't it?
Yeah, Caroline, you know what? I'm feeling really sentimental here. I've been listening to you ever since when you came on the air on the afternoons, yeah? When we first spoke and you took over from, I think it was Joanne Mailing, wasn't it? Yeah. And we discussed that. It was a very hard slot to fill. And you smashed it. Everywhere you go, no matter where you go, you will smash it, right? And like everybody said, I've had enough of the BBC, to be honest with you, right? They've made their mistake. They'll have to live with it. But wherever you and Foxy go, all your fans will follow you, right? And obviously Franks is retiring. What's going to be... I'm not belittling any of the new presenters, right? But there's a phrase that I've always gone with. If it ain't blooming broke, why are you trying to fix it? So enough for the BBC. But you guys have really... The last year has been very difficult for me, just like what Dave said, and loads of other people. You know the two couple that phone you, send you messages from Florida?
Mike and Kathy, yeah.
They sent me messages today, right? They put me a Facebook request in, and I've been speaking to them. I've made so many friends, right? And I've told you so many times, me and Carl from Tamworth, Huntley, Susan from... There's loads. Kay came to see me. There's too many to mention. You lot are in our heart, and you'll always be in our heart, no matter where you go. And obviously, I've been talking to you, off air of things that you're doing or on Facebook, which is fine. We'll all support you, right? And we're not going to lose you, Caroline, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because you're in our hearts. You're not going to go anywhere. Yeah, you'll be off this blooming cheap radio station, right? And it doesn't matter because, like I said, we all look how much following you've got everywhere you go. And you know what? Foxy, the top man. You know when he was with Giuliano and Foxy, I used to tease him and everything. You know what? and it's just amazing of how time flies. I mean, when did you start? It's going to be about 12 or 13 years now, Caroline, hasn't
Well,
it?
I thought it was 10, but I think, we need Stephen, don't we, to tell me he knows every single detail of my life. But it must be 12 years, I guess, then. But they've been good years. And, for all that's... Yeah, well, for all that's happening now, I've had some good times here. And like you just said, I've made some good friends in all these wonderful listeners as well. And it's not just about chatting on air each night. We chat during the day. I catch up with people during the day and everybody's made friends. So it's bigger than this, isn't it? This will go, but we will continue.
Yeah, and Foxy's promised me he's going to come and visit me because, we've been toying with the idea for about 3 years. And obviously I will keep on saying to you, come and visit me. But I've had the opportunity to come and visit you, like my mum's, you met my mum, you met my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're going to be a bigger family, right? And like Foxy says he's going to keep in touch with me because, obviously we're going to be on the new James Bond set, right?
Well, this is it. You've got to send me stills of all of that, Ranjit.
Yeah,
Bless you. Listen, Ranjit,
I love everybody, and on all the friends I've made, I love them as well, and especially Carl from Tamworth, right? Yeah. He's a good bro. He's and Fox. We all are. All the best to Foxy, but you know what? This is a new beginning for all of us, and it won't be. You know what? If I was doing your show tonight, you know what I'd done? I would have just hijacked it and done what I wanted to. And tomorrow morning, just pick up your bags and go.
Well, tomorrow morning, that is a fresh morning, and we go again. And I have never hijacked any show that I've been on and ended anything unprofessionally. I do not intend to start that now. So, Margaret is in Worcester. Hello, Margaret.
Hello.
God, blimey.
Oh, I love Ranjit. I do, really do.
The rebels are rising.
Well, it was funny. Foxy said to me, there's one more person on before you. It's Ranjit. I said, I'll stay where I am, sitting comfortably for a while.
Oh, we know what we're getting with Ranjit. Love his heart. But how are you tonight, lovely Margaret?
I'm sad. I don't like change. No, sometimes I do like change if it's something which I don't like, but I've had a lovely time listening to the both of you. I still can't get my head round if you're retiring or going on to something new, and if Fox is going on to something new.
Yeah, Foxy's going on to something new. He's leaving radio. I am going somewhere else. That I'm not retiring. But it won't be here that I am going to be broadcasting to. But Foxy and I together are going to. We haven't given up our relationship, our friendship, and our what we do. But we'll talk more about that later when we've got it more concrete. Because Ranjit's right. This is ending. Things end, but new things begin, don't they?
They do, yes, and we'll get used to whatever it is, but it won't be the same because you all have your different. You bring something different to each presenter brings something different, and you value what people have given you for who they are. Yeah. And I think you've been one of the friendliest teams that we've had on for a long time on late nights.
Well, I am glad to hear it. That is another tick because that's another thing that we set out to do as well. But you know what? It's been amazing because, talking to people in Birmingham and the Black Country, I've been doing that for a long time, many, many years here. But it's been just wonderful embracing you and the callers that we've had from Nottingham, Derby, Leicester, the lovely Pav. All these people becoming a part of this family has been what's made it so special.
Well, I hope that they continue to listen, but to whatever is coming next, I'm not sure that I will have so many late nights. I might give them an hour or two.
I'm sure that whatever comes next will be fantastic. It's not going to be the same. Nothing ever is. But, it doesn't mean to say that people can't listen and enjoy that just as much. So we'll wait and see.
There are some people that you'll sit up until 1 o'clock for, and there are some people you'll go, It's 11 o'clock. I think I'll go to sleep.
Well,
this is why I'm still up listening to you.
Oh.
I shall have more sleep now that you're both going.
Well, there is that. That's what a lot of people are saying tonight, because they start the show and think, right, well, we'll give it an hour or two, and then they're still there come 1 o'clock, and then they're exhausted the next morning.
Especially when it's the dilemma and things like that, and you think, I must listen to this or contribute to it.
They grip you. Well, Margaret,
take care.
It's been lovely talking to you. Call me again next week, though, because I shall be back on Sunday night, and I shall hopefully talk to you then. Lovely Margaret, who's over in Worcester. Best wishes to you, Foxy, from Mick in Perry Bar. What else have we got here? Kay in West Bromwich, who says, I'm still awake. It's a wonderful but sad show. All the favourite people have been on. I will be here until 1. Jen in Atherstone has just sent loads of crying emojis. Yes, I concur. Bill in Sandbatch is adding his name to a message that he sent in earlier. Foxy, thank you for the enjoyment you've given me listening to the late night shows since I found you. It has been an absolute blast. Absolutely it has. 08000 321 333. That's 08000 321 333. Start your message with Caroline and come on for a bit of a chat with us. All right, we're here until 1 o'clock, so feel free to pick up that phone. You can call as well. Foxy is currently on the phone. Whether or not he's going through calls or just sort of like having a one-to-one with somebody, I'm not sure, but you can give it a whirl.
Call The Late Show now. 0800 121 8181.
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
T-shirt, this
It's Republica, and I'm ready to go. It's the Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands. Gina, the lovely Gina, is in Smithswood. Hello, Gina.
Hello, Caroline.
How are you?
I'm not too good, actually. I'm not too good at all. Oh, I can't wrap my head around it. I really can't. It's not the same, is it? It's like chalk without cheese. It's like bread without butter. It's like, I've got so many things I could say, but I just can't wrap my head around it, Caroline. I really can't.
Yeah, I'm struggling with it as well. Of
course you are. Of course
honest.
you are, Kaza.
I do understand what you mean, because it's been wonderful, hasn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, my God, the likes of Bernard. You went out to Bernard, all our birthday cards, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Oh, and we all seen that on video. It's like, oh my God, there's Bernard. You and Foxy done that yourselves. You done that, and we, us the listeners and callers, all seen that. There's not anybody on a radio show could do what you and Foxy do. Nobody out there, Caroline. Nobody.
Well, do you know what?
There isn't, though, is there? You name me anybody out there that can do what you and Foxy do as a team. For your listeners, for the ones that call up with problems, this, that, and the other. May call up for a laugh, just cheering up. Everything you've done has been for us listeners, and it breaks my bloody heart, Caroline. It does. I'm sorry.
Oh, Ginny, you're setting me off again now, though.
I didn't really want to do this. I was having a laugh with Foxy earlier. I went, Foxy was about to go to the loo for a wee, but now I've got emotional, Caroline. And you know what? For us listeners, for what you give to us, I mean, we give you back.
You do. You give us back so very much.
You give us so much more, Caroline. You know, for people like me that like sit here day in, day out and think, 10 o'clock, Foxy and Caroline, tune in. That's my family. They're taking my family. And you are the callers are my family. Everyone that I've made friends with on BBC WN, from your show and Foxy, they're my friends, they're my family. And they're taking that away from us, Caroline.
Yeah, there'll be a new family coming in.
There won't be. No one can come. No one will compare to you and Foxy. No way. You can. No, Caroline. No. We love you. We love you and Foxy, and there won't be nobody else that'll take your place. Not now. Not bloody ever.
Well, listen, Gina, I love you too, and we're both getting very
Caroline.
emotional.
I love you, Foxy.
Well, he loves you as well.
I
don't
love you, Gina. I love you, and I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss calling you, because every time I do, you're going for a wee, and it's great timing.
Ranjit's in the shower. Gina's having a wee.
I've just got a nap of this thing.
It's like if we get to know each other's bowel movements as well.
I wonder what Carl's doing.
Well, Carl's on next. Don't ask him.
Oh, Gina, listen, we love you loads. Stay with me.
You too.
And
I love you both so dearly.
It's not over till it's over, and that's going to be a little while yet. So, Carl, blimey, beat that, Carl. She's made me cry.
Caroline, I can't beat that, but I can only echo every single thing that she said. And also Ranjit, Ranjit, me and he became mates quite a while ago. He's my brother, we are like cat and dog over politics, you know that.
Yes.
Or we used to. We don't do it so much now, but we used to. But, I listened to him just now, and I said, every word he said, I echo it. But we're like brothers. We are brothers. I class him as a brother. And, we'll be there for each other. This is the kind of people that I've met because of BBC WM and your show in particular. Gina, Ranjit, Susan. There's loads of people that I've met and become friends with, and we talk. We're Facebook buddies. I've met these people. It's heartbreaking. It really is. And I know you read my text out earlier on, but I couldn't just leave it with just a text. I had to ring up and say to Foxy, really, really, you are a top geezer, and I'm really wish you all the best. And Caroline, when you go, I don't know how I'm going to cope with that night. I really don't. But you guys really are something special. You've done something on radio that I don't think has ever been done before in the history of radio. You really are very, very totally unique. I don't know what the BBC are not seeing here. I don't understand it. I just cannot understand it for the life of me. But they are making a humongous mistake, and it seems to me they want to broadcast to an audience that won't exist, because when you guys go, the listeners go, and they'll never get the same sort of listeners back again. Not the numbers, not the kind of people, never. It's gone. So it's their mistake. But, this isn't the end. Like you said, it's a beginning. And I'm sure you guys are going to go on to something even more fantastic. And we will all be there to support you, every one of us.
Carl, I tell you now, this isn't the end it's the end for us here. And that's fine. We'll shut the door and let everybody come in and take over, and they can do what they want. But it's a new start for us. So let's just smile, be happy, be grateful for the good times, because, at the end of the day, it has brought us all together. So we can be thankful for that, can't we?
Absolutely, absolutely. And if I could just say one last thing about it, Foxy, sometimes when I come on here, I know I don't come on here that often these days now, but on the occasion I do. Sort of things that are going on in my life, very, very similar to yourself, with my mum being ill. Yeah. And he always says, how's things? You okay? I say, yeah, I'm all right. So you sure, yeah? And then he'll say something like, Carl, you've got this, mate. And this may sound really silly, but that is that makes such a difference. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Something as simple as that. He's a top geezer. Honestly, you two, you are something special, and you should be very, very proud of that, honestly.
Well, I thank you very much, Carl, and all of you are special, each one that has called up tonight. Bless you, Carl. We will keep in touch, obviously, and I wish you very well. You all right?
Yeah, how long's left? Half hour? I don't think I can handle it.
Right, okay, well, brace yourself. Brace yourself.
Now then, Foxy, this is one of those annoying programme directors that you used to work with. It's Daryl. Just been asked to leave a bit of a eulogy, although you're not dead, about our time together. And I was asked to sort of share some anecdotes and stuff, but I'm going to be honest, most of the stuff that I could probably share involved us being drunk, and bearing in mind it was over 20 years ago. Right? We are old. But what I do remember, when you came round to stay that one time, we had, if you remember, a mad border collie dog. But he loved you to bits, right? You managed to tame him. You were like the original Caesar Milan. You are the dog whisperer. So I've never known anyone tame that dog like you. I couldn't even control it. When I left radio, right, that wasn't a loss to radio, far from it. But you leaving will be. You're a proper, true, genuine talent, and who you are on the radio was always who you are in person, and that for me was what makes you special. So you take care, you look after yourself, and all the best on your new adventure.
Can we stop these now, please?
Yes, that was the last one.
Good.
Okay, that absolutely was the last one.
He was the guy that put me on breakfast for the very first time, Darryl Woodman. What a top man.
So we got him to blame for you?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But I've got so much to thank him for. He was an amazing boss.
I'm getting a thread here that most of these people that we've talked to, bar the odd one, have left radio.
Yes. Apart from that Simon Monk, yeah. But as you well know, the industry has shrunk and changed and changed a lot, and has lost so many incredible radio minds that we've had on tonight, all my friends, which the most beautiful thing is they're all, I mean, I've not seen Daryl for such a long time, but all really good friends, people that I really love and admire. So thank you so much, Caroline, for doing that.
You don't need to thank me, because do you know what I had? I did nothing.
Can I guess who it was?
Yeah.
Was it Simon?
Yep.
Bachovsky?
Yeah, and I was waiting for you to say that because I couldn't pronounce his name.
Well, I went to his wedding in Lisbon. Yeah. I was the MC of the wedding. And I said to him, Simon, I can't pronounce his surnames. You know the bit where I say, can you please stand up for the new Mr. and Mrs.? And I was like, oh, no. And I'd had a few glasses of red wine. I was like, Bachovsky.
It's Mr. B.
Mr.
B will do it. No, but thank you so much, Simon B, because you put all that together tonight. We had to go through where we were going to... I said, you're going to have to put it right at the end.
I can imagine.
So he can't see. Then I thought, no, I'm going to have to drag them down, and he's labelled them all up, so then I had to come and turn your screen off.
He's one of my best friends as well.
Thank you, Simon, though. You've made his night, but that just shows that he went to all that trouble to get those for you. I would have done, obviously, but I can't edit nothing. So we would have been I'd have had to play them off my phone.
You'd have just no, it'd have been an impression. Hello,
it's Daryl here. I like you lots, and you were great.
No, Caroline, thank you for playing them on your show.
Well, do you know what? It is my pleasure. Tonight it is our show, as it has been from the very start, because we're a team, and I couldn't have done it without you. So there you go. I'm playing a song. This isn't going to make us cry either. I'm sensing a theme here. We're on to safe ground.
Good.
We never knew how to forfeit, but we always knew how to talk. Couple nights threw gasoline on the fire. We never knew how to perfect, but we always knew it would work. 'Cause if something misread, or if something got said, no, before the night ends, no, don't get stressed, it's gonna get figured out. Oh, deep conversation that throw up for us. Headstrong father and a determined mother. Oh, that's why some nights we try to kill each other, but you know it's always love. We never knew how to fake it, but we always knew how to break. Couple nights threw gasoline on the fire. Oh, something misread, oh, something got said, oh, before the night ends. No, don't get stressed, it's gonna get figured out. Oh, deep conversations I throw up for love. Headstrong father and a determined mother. Oh, that's why some nights we try to kill each other, but you know it's always love. Oh, la 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 la, but you know it's always love. Oh, la la la, but you know it's always gonna get figured out. Deep conversations at the weapon loud. Headstrong father and a determined mother. Oh, that's why some nights we try to kill each other. You know it's always love. Oh, yeah, you know it's always
The Jonas Brothers and Waffle House. It's the Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands. We're into the final 25 minutes with the lovely Foxy. Nick says, Fools, you're the best thing on that there radio. All the best buttes, I have no doubt, will be tuning into you and Foxy again real soon. Love you loads. Karen says, it's been a great show. Wishing Foxy all the best for the future. You'll be so missed by all. Hello to the lovely Andy Smith from The Plough in Wollaston. Oh, I've had some amazing chats to you over the years. And the one thing I have missed about being on the Late Show is that we can't get you on as much because you're working, aren't you? Tidying up the pub and closing up and stuff. But you have been a star, and I wish you all the very best, Andy. I really, really do. Really top guy. And Andrew says, it's certainly tough listening. I wish Foxy all the best. Sometimes the powers that be don't know what they've got. I wish you well, whatever you do. And hi to Brian, who says, this is keeping me going over in Leicester. And it's just so lovely tonight to see how it's just touched people. So thank you very much. Hi to Ian Connolly, who has messaged through as well. Wants to know where Foxy is going on to. He is actually leaving radio. Otherwise, we would tell you where he's going. And I can't say yet. So that's why I haven't announced anything. Hi to Debbie, who says, I'm listening to you on the radio. It's a bit sad, but it's lovely. I really hope you're okay. Don't cry. I'm trying not to, Debbie. I am trying desperately not to. And this is been sent in from Tim, who says, hiya both. Listening a bit later tonight with it being Fox's last show. I just feel like I need to say thanks to you both for getting me through some tough evenings with my mental health when it hasn't been good. Just being able to pop the radio on and hear two familiar voices that I know are coming from just down the road in the city centre has made me feel so much better. Sort of like a warm hug. It sounds corny, I guess, but it's true. Good luck, Foxy. You'll be missed from both this show and in all the shows that you do throughout the week. The Midlands Midlands is going to lose some proper old school radio. That's from Tim in Great Bar. So loads of love still coming in. Just 20 minutes left. So message through if you like. It's 08000 321 333. That's 08000 321 333. Start your message with Caroline. Oh, somebody on the text has seen... We did a little Facebook Live earlier, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Our last one for the time being. There'll be others, not from in here, but from somewhere else. You can go and check them out. It's Caroline Martin at Night We Talk over there on that there Facebook. Right, let's go talk to Schnell, who's in Leicester. Good evening to you, Schnell, or good morning, should I say?
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Oh, you know, Schnell, it's one of those emotional nights, really, isn't it?
It is. You have to forgive me. Throughout the shows, I've heard a few times that this is to end, but I'm sorry to ask, but is that today?
No, well, yes. The show as it is at the moment is ending because Foxy is leaving. He's leaving radio completely, and then it will end with me. And I can't honestly tell you when. I don't know. I haven't been told yet, but soon.
Wow.
So they've got another show coming on, and I'm sure that it will do great things, and it will do everything that we have done. So it's time for change.
Goodness. Well, look, this is where I am with it. I work long hours. I finish very late. I drive, so I'm in the car for at least an hour before I get home.
Yeah.
As soon as I get in, the first thing I'll do, I'll put the radio on, and I know I'm ready for that journey. And what that does and has done, it takes away all that tiredness. I'm in a very great place on the route back home, very relaxed, interested in the conversations and the debates and the lovely music and your infectious laugh. And it's honestly, I'm not 100% sure what there is there that I will do to substitute that time. I do get the point that you say, well, there will be better shows or nicer or good shows and so on. But you and I both know some things and some people are irreplaceable. That's not going to happen. It doesn't matter what the next people do in the show and whatever they put out there, they're not going to be able to fill your shoes and Foxy's by any means. I'd like to personally say thank you very much for all the joy you've brought to me and to everyone else, because it's priceless.
Well, it's been amazing to do, and it's been absolutely lovely talking to you as well, Schnell.
Thank you, ma'am. One thing I will say, personally, my way of saying thank you for everything you've given us. As you know, I run a hotel. Mm. You've got my number. Foxy has my number. You have contact details for the family that you have created. Mm. It's my personal offer. Any date, you let me know. I will arrange an evening at my hotel in the banqueting suite. Food and drink is on me. You call as many people as you want that evening, and that party will be totally on me to say thank you. And everyone who knows each other through the radio haven't probably necessarily ever met each other. This, they will come there and say, oh, okay, that's the person I really like on the radio that always used to come on but never met him or her. It's, if you like, it's a family reunion in person. That's an offer which is on the table for an indefinite amount of time. Whenever you're ready and whenever you say, okay, it's organised, that's the date, Schnell, put it on. The entire event's on me.
Right.
I'm just jotting Schnell's number down.
You're jotting Schnell's number down. That is so amazing. And the fact that we can all get together again would be wonderful. And that is so generous. Schnell, we will take you up on that. Thank you so much for being part of the show.
Thank you very much, both of you.
And stay with us next week because I'm still here. Ben is in Felixstowe. Hello, Ben.
Good morning, Caroline. Well done. You've done amazingly well to get through this.
Bless you. Bless you, and it's been quite the journey, hasn't it? Dearie me.
It has, and I'm struggling to keep it together. I'm just a listener, you know. So to broadcast this in the way that you both have tonight is exactly what the BBC is all about. I cannot add anything more to what anybody else has said tonight. It's just flawless what you two have got, and you know that. I tell you that every day. Whether it's on here, whether it's through our own chats on Facebook, whether it's through everybody else on Facebook, you know that you are good, and you know that you are irreplaceable. Whatever they bring on will not be this, and it won't be therefore as good.
Well, we'll be back in some way, shape or form. Maybe not here, but this isn't the end for us. We will reconvene, and at some point we will go again, Ben.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about. But it's only through the wonderful relationship that you and John both have, and the relationship as a result of that, we as listeners have all built up with you. You know, that we're able to sort of follow you. And, you know, there aren't many people that you can connect with in the same way that we all can with you, Caroline. You really are for family. You know, you don't need family when you've got this wonderful late night thing going on. I mean, look at what we did with Bernard, for example.
Well, I'll tell you what, coming together with Bernard was just absolutely amazing, and that's enough to make everybody cry now. Ben, I thank you. Let's keep in touch. I've got a few calls that I need to get through, though, before we leave the building tonight. We've got Brian in Coventry. Hello, Brian.
Hi, Caroline.
Hold on a minute. I'm just checking with Foxy. Are you all right?
I'm fine. Yeah, it's just amazing.
He's all right.
I'm just planning what to wear for this night, that's all.
I'm excited about that. Now I'm going to choke. Carry.
You all right, Bri?
Yeah, I just want to say to you on air what I said to you off air. It's been a pleasure speaking to you over this last year, and you've always had time for me. You've always made me feel welcome. We've spoken from off air to things from cutting your toenails, what dinner you've had, making a groan when you put your socks on, to Hull City and Coventry City. And Foxy, you've been an absolute legend. It was you that first put me on air. I used to text in a lot of messaging a lot, and you rang me one time and said you want to go on air. I was a bit nervous, but I'm so glad you did that, Foxy.
Well, you've been an amazing addition to the family.
Yeah, and you were... Caroline, be greatly missed.
We have loved chatting to you, and, you know, hearing about your adventures, and you are now on the wireless as well, aren't you, darling?
That's right, yeah, tomorrow again.
Oh, bless you. Well, listen, stay with me. I know that Fox is going, but let's keep these chats going for the next however long I'm here for. And you've been the best, Brian. Absolutely amazing. So don't go anywhere, all right?
Thank you, Caroline, and I wish you the greatest of luck, Foxy, and whatever you choose to do next.
Thank you, Brian. You're a top man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my darling. Let's go. We've got a message in from Moggy, lovely Moggy from the White Swan in
his arch enemy,
Kingsbury.
isn't it?
Just messaged you on Twitter to say good luck to Foxy and thanks for keeping us happy through COVID and our virtual card scores. Me and Stella really appreciate it. So loads of love going out to Moggy there in the village. Right. Here we go then. We can't not talk to you. Huntley.
We'll meet again. Don't know where. Don't know where. But I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Oh, sound like a Cockney. I like it, mate.
Now, listen there, Caroline, right? How many times we've had this conversation? You know your favourite workmate. You know when he leaves, right?
Yeah.
And you have that collection for the workmate, and you raise thousands of pounds, and I'll put £50 towards his leaving present, yeah? And you buy him something nice, and you go, this is from all your listeners and everybody here at work, yeah? And you buy him something nice. Foxy ain't going to be one of them people where people pay money to see him leave, and he comes back and he doesn't give the present back to the people who pay for the present. Because that happens all the time. Yeah?
Oh, I'll tell you what, he's going to be so missed, isn't he?
Yeah, he is going to be. He's a legend. Foxy is a legend. And I must admit, Caroline, it was you that introduced me to the Foxy, because obviously, you know, I've always been behind you for years. And since you two been working together, that's how I got to know the Foxy. And obviously, I listen to his shows now when he's on air, and I ring him. But he's a top bloke. But the best thing about Foxy, he's so cheeky. He's so cheeky and witty with what he does. He's just amazing. You know what I mean? And we've got this thing going on, like on the volcano. And when as we know, and I go, Foxy, don't let the volcano explode. I'll tell Caroline. Basically, you know, that's when he messes me around. You know what I mean? And I go red. But no, he's going to be sadly missed. But, you know, something tells me that he's going nowhere. So that's why I want my money back towards his collection. Yes, I want it back.
Oh, Huntley, listen, you have been a joy. Just say hello to Matthew, will you? Because Matthew, I think, on text is one of your biggest fans. He's in South Yorkshire, and every night he's like, where's Huntley? Where's Huntley? When's he coming on?
Hello, Matthew, yes. Give me some spuds, mate. Give me some spuds.
Goodness me. Oh, listen, Huntley, we'll let you go. Join us again next week because Huntley, Foxy is going, but I'll still be here, so please come back and mither me.
Don't worry about that. Foxy, give me my money back towards your collection now.
Bye-bye, Volcano. It's been emotional. Bye-bye.
You take care. Lovely, lovely Huntley. Right. Now, you know what? Sometimes people can't... there was a song that I wanted to play for you tonight, and I cannot get it. I can't. I'm not telling you because I am going to post it for you. But we've tried, and I've even got Adam on the case with this one, and I couldn't find it anywhere. He can't get it.
Wow.
So I was going to play something that was going to make us cry, but there's no need to cry because you are going. That is sad, and I am going. That is also sad. But new things are coming. So what we need to do is to play us an upbeat song, all right, and a song with a meaning behind it. Every time I feel a little bit sad, I put this on. So we're going on to Fresh Things. We are going to have the best time. And whilst we're en route, we are not going to look back. We're going to look forward to better things. That's it. You've been the best.
You've been the best.
No, you've been the best.
That's it.
We're not going to do this. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me make this show what it is. I've never cried doing a Last Link before. And this is the time that I've done it. I love you dearly. And even though we are leaving here, I will always be mithering you and just leaving you stupid voice notes and just being there in your ear the whole time. You are the best person. You are the best friend. You are the best person in radio. And the fact that they're letting you walk out that door is criminal.
Well, they've already cancelled all my credentials, so I can't answer any phones or emails. Thank you, BBC. It's been wonderful. I've dedicated 5 years of my life. You've just locked me off. There we go. Caroline, can I just say I love you, and I don't want to be late for the news because, you know, but you've been incredible to work with, and I'm leaving, but I've gained a best friend, so thank you so much.
Well, you know what? You've got me now, and that's that. So
I don't want to lose you.
I ain't going anywhere.
Good.
All right, I'm not going anywhere. Thank you, everybody, for your messages tonight. Sorry if we did not get time to get through them all, but it has been amazing. I will be back with you on Sunday. Foxy is going on to better things. And love you all, but I love you most of all.
I love you too.
And I'll leave you with Harry Styles, because I do, in my own way, adore you.
Sounds app, on your smart speaker,
play BBC Hereford and Worcester,
and on your radio.
The
The sound of Herefordshire and Worcestershire is
BBC Hereford
Yo
and
5
Worcester.
Live.
BBC News at 1 o'clock. This is Tyler Dunn. Conservative MPs are divided over whether to approve the report condemning Boris Johnson for misleading Parliament about lockdown parties in Downing Street. The Commons will debate the findings of the Privileges Committee next week. The former Prime Minister has called the review deranged. The Bassett Law MP, Brendan Clark-Smith, is an ally of Mr Johnson. He's refused to back the report.
The easiest thing in the world would be for me to either not be there on Monday or to nod it through. Instead, I'm standing up for what I think is right. And I think when you actually stand by people, that's when it actually shows some real integrity, because what we're doing is defending colleagues. Now, if it were another colleague in the House of Commons who had the same thing, I would expect them to get a fair hearing as well. I don't believe Boris Johnson has.
The authorities in Greece have arrested 9 suspected people smugglers in connection with the deadly sinking of a migrant boat on Tuesday. More than 100 people have been rescued, but nearly 80 have died and up to 600 are still missing. Razmia Rumana from the United Nations Refugee Agency gave this update on the people who were saved.
Survivors are mostly men and young boys, maybe teenagers. So they need to be identified if there are unaccompanied children or separated children among them. This will happen in Athens. This is the profile of the survivors. We haven't seen women or children, but there were reports that there were some women and children, but I cannot confirm to you the number.
England and Australia's cricketers will wear black armbands during the first Ashes Test today to honour the 3 people who were stabbed to death in Nottingham. Thousands gathered in the city earlier to pay their respects to the 19-year-old students Grace O'Malley-Kumar and Barnaby Webber, as well as Ian Coates, who was 65. An American man has been arrested in Germany in connection with the death of a 21-year-old woman who died after she was thrown from a hill at the historic Neuschwanstein Castle. Prosecutors said the victim, who has not been named, was shoved 50 metres into a gorge. Conservationists are marking 30 years since work begun to reintroduce native dormice to large parts of England and Wales. The tiny rodents, which are about the length of a pen, had been wiped out in many areas due to problems including habitat loss and climate change. But there are now more than 1,000 of them living in new colonies. Ian White is from the People's Trust for Endangered Species, which has been working to reintroduce the dormice.
We think we've got it pretty well nailed in terms of how to make it work, but there's always variables. You can never 100% guarantee it, but we think we've got a pretty good idea of what we're doing and how to make it work.
And fellow actors have been paying tribute to Glenda Jackson following her death at the age of 87. She won 2 Oscars, 3 Emmys, 2 BAFTAs and a Tony in a career which spanned 6 decades. Sir Michael Caine described her as one of our greatest movie actresses. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 1.